alongside Kaito Kiyomiya at Wrestle Kingdom 18. Setback after setback, we know all about Umino's talents inside the ring, but is his legacy set to be one of never capturing that proverbial brass ring, or will we see Umino flourish in the year of 2024? Fred Rosser, on the other hand, of course, we know that this man is going to have a flourishing 2024. He said so himself following his last victory over Tom Lawler at Lone Star Shootout.
And then, of course, we also have Njpw making his New Japan debut. This is something that's been a long time coming.
NLW 185センチ127キロ Njpw 185センチ108キロミスターローテイ183センチ108キロラフネック
We talked about Shota Umino, we talked about Fred Rosser and Tom Lawler, but if you're not familiar with Njpw, folks, I don't know where you've been. It's no secret that his family's legacy precedes him, but many across the professional wrestling space consider Njpw to be the unsung gem of the Samoan wrestling dynasty. The Samoan Werewolf, we're talking a former MLW World Heavyweight Champion, of course, making his Njpw Strong debut tonight. And what a team he has alongside him, Veda and Fred Rosser and Shota Umino.
Well, and I'll tell you someone who's very familiar with Njpw. That's going to be Tom Lawler, and it's worth noting that Fatu is 3-0 over Tom Lawler when it comes to singles competition.
Well, those battles over the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, our friends at Major League Wrestling, it's no shock that Jacob Fatu and Tom Lawler feel the way that they do about each other. It looks like it's going to be Tom Lawler starting this matchup off and doing so against Fred Rosser. Let's keep this one in mind.
It is an extremely familiar, well-known pairing, but as you were saying, Walker, it's really taken on a different dynamic since Lone Star Shootout.
I mean, these men competed against each other over the course of the past few years for the Njpw Strong Openweight Championship. Finally, it was Fred Rosser, the cross arm breaker, currently about to be locked in. No, we're not going to let that happen. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to start off. It was a record that is now tied at the hands of Fred Rosser, 2 wins, 2 losses for both men over the course of their past 4 matches with one another. They've battled for the Strong Openweight Championship in the past, but Tom Lawler, his backstage comments after Lone Star Shootout, said it himself. He said, "I'm tired of wrestling this guy. He wants different competition. He wants something new, and we could be seeing that very, very soon."
Oh, but you know how well these two know each other. Able to predict what the other is about to do, and Rosser extends the hand.
Interesting. And Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. We talked about these two men. You look at the disagreement happening inside the ring right now. You talk about these two men not exactly favoring Fred Rosser ever before, but especially now in the position that Lawler's in. The tag out now to Jarrell Nelson, it was Isaacs and Nelson. Nelson more so who questioned whether they could really trust Tom Lawler in the ring, trust them to be the leader of Team Filthy.
Jarrell mouthing off as he makes the tag. Isaacs and Nelson so cohesive as a tag team, but like we said before, they haven't been able to get it together when it really, really counts. They haven't been able to win any gold.
Yeah, thought third time would be a charm. Cover here for Royce Isaacs. Kick out for Fred Rosser. They thought that the third time would be the charm for the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship challenge they had against GOD at Lone Star Shootout.
Okay, this Royce is uncalled for. I understand that Royce and Jarrell are getting more and more frustrated. But when Tom Lawler says he wants to move on, he wants different competition, I think he wants to just sort of wrap this up with Fred Rosser, leave it on a respectful note. In the West Coast Working Group, they're not letting that happen as Jarrell Nelson tags in.
We talk all the time in New Japan Pro Wrestling about generational rivalries. And while this isn't exactly a generational situation for Rosser and Lawler, some might say that these two men are going to be tied to each other for the forthcoming. And now it's going to be the deadlift German suplex. Drops Rosser right on the back of his neck. Here's Nelson, though, coming in, looking for the cover. Here it is. Nelson kicked out.
This is just class. Oh.
Yeah, once again, here we go. Repeated pinning attempts. Smart strategy here from Jarrell Nelson. Can he pick him off? No.
This is just classic West Coast Wrecking Crew grinding down on their opponent. In this case, it's Fred Rosser. And all of the energy here in San Jose directed squarely at keeping Rosser in the game, and he hears it, he feels it. Oh, he went after Royce. He knocked Royce Isaacs off the apron. Notice that he did not go after Tom Lawler.
No, he did not. It's Fred Rosser off
Whoa.
the rope. Oh, crossbody. Man, that could have led to some broken ribs right there,
Whoa.
Veda. Cannot be feeling good for Fred Rosser whatsoever.
Jarrell Nelson just chunking his entire body at Rosser.
Yeah, that was a bad feeling for Fred Rosser, and Jarrell Nelson looking to bring this thing back to the center of the ring. And now that we know that the ribs at the abdominals of Fred Rosser feel the way that they do, you know they're going to be remaining a target when it comes to Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. Lawler
Just tagged himself in.
Tags in from behind. I mean, we thought we might be seeing some dysfunction in this matchup, and it's very present. And Royce Isaacs said, no can do, buddy.
Well, it seemed to me that Tom Lawler, he just had enough with the way that Isaacs and Nelson, they're grinding down on Fred Rosser. Whoa!
Rosser, look at this. Fireman's down. Death Valley driver. This is the separation necessary. Here comes the Samoan Werewolf. Here's Tom Lawler.
We finally get to see Jacob Fatu in a New Japan ring.
Hello.
Oh, pop-up Samoan.
And Jacob Fatu taking flight here in San Jose. Clear the airways. Here's Jacob Fatu.
Oh!
To the outside. Listen to the reaction here at the San Jose Civic.
Now tossing that old familiar foe, Tom Lawler, back into the ring. Jacob Fatu up top, swanton bomb, and it connected.
Beautiful. Now, look at this. Jacob Fatu over backhand spring into the moonsault.
Hooking the leg.
There it is. Cover and kick out at 2 and 2 alone for Tom Lawler.
Oh, and Shota wants in.
Yeah, first time we've seen Shota Umino legal in this matchup. And Umino out of the corner now. Tom Lawler sent. Here comes Umino to follow. The uppercut could be thinking.
Whoa.
No.
Lawler able to keep his feet on the ground. Here comes the Wrecking Crew.
They had the Fisherman Buster on the mind, but not able to happen at the hands of West Coast Wrecking Crew. The vitriol continues to build from Royce Isaacs and Jarrell Nelson. Here we go.
Whoa.
Exploder suplex from Shota.
Uncharacteristic miscommunication by the Wrecking Crew. Royce Isaacs trying to get things back on track, but gets caught. Here comes Tom Lawler.
And here we go. Could be thinking. Fisherman suplex. Hook of the leg. The bridge. Cover. No.
Oh.
No.
So close.
Shota Umino stares out into a sold-out crowd here in San Jose, California. And he will be looking for the victory here over Tom Lawler. Could we see Death Rider? No. And here's Nelson.
Oh, bounce. No matter what's going on internally within Team Filthy, they still want to come out of this with a win. Tom Lawler now directing traffic.
I mean, you can't ignore that there's a difference between Team Filthy here and Team Filthy that we might have seen last year in San Jose.
This could be the opportunity to really get it back on track.
It might end at Shota Umino's feet. Here we are, planting Umino, center of the ring, and broken up by Rosser and Fatu.
Fatu and Rosser, they really had no choice. Shota was not getting those shoulders up. Now up on the apron.
Oh, where steel and wood collide. Here's Fatu in the ring. Stands across an old rival and sends him to the outside as well. It's Isaacs and Umino alone inside the ring right now.
Everyone else has been cleared out. This is the moment for Royce Isaacs.
What a victory. Find them back in good positioning. Hush money, no. Death Rider, no, not gonna happen. Here we go. Hush money. What? It's back and forth between these two, Veda.
Oh. Oh.
Isaacs off the ropes. Could this be it? Pop-up uppercut from Umino, and that leads to this. Will we see it? Blaze Blade.
Oh, but Umino not done yet. Wants a definitive victory.
Death Rider from Shota Umino cover here on Isaacs. And this one is over.
Well, Walker, you asked how Shota Umino can get back on track for 2024. I know that he still has this distraction, this preoccupation with House of Torture in the periphery, but this is a massive victory. Sold out in San Jose. Shota Umino with the win over Team Filthy. We got to talk about it, Walker. That's another loss for Team Filthy.
It is, and it's not going to be a good thing when we talk about the future for Tom Lawler, Jarrell Nelson, and Royce Isaacs.
And Rosser wants them to get in the ring and shake his hand.
He's extending his hand, and it's Tom Lawler who has a choice to make here tonight. Oh, and Jarrell Nelson thinks he's going to make it for him.
I mean, Jarrell is getting physical with Tom Lawler. This is... Things are really breaking down. Oh!
Oh! If there's one thing I've come to know about Tom Lawler, it's that he is a man who will stand for what he believes in, whether it's right or it is not. In this situation, I'd have to consider him right. Tom Lawler, boy oh boy.
Tom Lawler, he stalked off alone without West Coast direction as Fred Rosser. Rosser is still looking over his shoulder at Royce Isaacs and Jarrell Nelson. This is not over. There is a lot going on here, but for right now, this is a massive victory as Shota Umino with the pinfall here in 2024. I'm sensing big things. I'm sensing good things, Walker. I'm feeling really good about this year for Shota.
Well, we're going to have to hope, because coming up on January 24th, it'll be live at njpwworld.com in a historic Korakuen Hall. It will be Shota Umino taking on Ren Narita, their first singles encounter since that fateful day during World Tag League when Ren Narita betrayed Shota Umino and betrayed the hearts of the New Japan World. Fans, stay tuned for that one on January 24th.
Oh, this is cute. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that Shota is feeling really good about things right now.
And for one, I have to appreciate a guy like Shota. Not only is he a hard-hitting athlete, but he also is a man who's going to take the time to chat it up with the fans, to have those conversations that some competitors may not.
This, of course, was just our opening matchup. We've got a lot of championships on the line tonight, including the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Julia defends against Trish Adora. I'm so excited for that one, Walker.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time for sure.
Whoa!
What the?
What the? What? It's a fan in a mask?
What's going on? Okay, somebody needs to do something here.
Yeah, we got security on this.
What?
Okay. What?
Oh my gosh! We've never seen him around here before. That's Jack Perry.
I know it's a cliche at this point to say, like, oh, he's not supposed to be here, but, like, nobody has seen Jack Perry. For, what's it been, 6 months?
It's been a long time since Jack Perry has had eyes laid on him in the professional wrestling world. What is he doing to Shota Umino? What is going on here? What is this trying to prove?
Perry, he was in the crowd. He was in the crowd. He clearly targeted Shota Umino.
Oh, come on,
no,
stop. What the hell's going on here? No stranger to controversy is Jack Perry. But what is it doing here? What is
Shota.
Jack Perry doing here in New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Shota. Oh. A knockout blow. And a smirk. What? I don't understand what's happening right now.
What is that? Oh.
That's an AEW contract.
Ripped up here live in San Jose.
That armband says scapegoat.
No adoration to be shared from the San Jose audience here to Jack Perry with an attack on one of the most beloved stars in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, is he gonna? He's not gonna say anything. No explanation for this, Jack Perry.
I think enough has been said already, Veda. I think actions can speak louder than words. You've got to be kidding me. What?
He's just leaving. He's literally just walking out.
What the hell is going on?
Well, we've got people checking on Shota Umino now, who I have no idea why Jack Perry targeted Shota.
I mean,
that's just one question I have.
We've
list.
always known Jack Perry to be one who's felt he's had to prove himself beyond what maybe he really needs to. But this is a step too far. This is a moment that should have happened.
Well, fortunately, it seems like Shota's at least getting himself out of the ring. All right, well, we'll try to get more information on this, I guess.
Yeah, especially stand by, folks, for a medical update on Shota Umino. An unprovoked attack, that's no good for anyone.
Well, while we try to sort out what's going on with Jack Perry, we're going to have to move on. 20 If we're going to talk about someone who maybe doesn't disagree with hiding in the crowd, attacking people, jumping them from behind, that would be Rocky Romero, the king of sneaky style.
While still the reigning and defending MLW World Middleweight Champion, it is intriguing to consider the mindset of Rocky Romero heading into this tag team matchup. His opponent will be the man who defeated him for his historic welterweight championship in CMLL, that being Mascara Dorada.
Yeah, the last time that we saw Rocky Romero, well, he had those 2 titles around his waist very proudly. Now he is 1 championship down. Meanwhile, his tag partner here tonight,
Njpw 世界ミドル級チャンピオンラッキーラメロ
Soberano Jr. competed in the World Tag League 2023 alongside Atlantis Jr. Managed to take the then IWGP Tag Team Champions to a time limit draw in Bishamon, but they cannot clutch a spot in the semifinals or, of course, the finals by the end. That tournament would end with Soberano Jr. and Atlantis Jr. coming to blows backstage during our finals event on December 10th. And Soberano since then has made claims of wanting to team alongside Rocky Romero, potentially for a long-term place. We're going to see how this matchup goes for these 2 men. But they have tough challengers in the men they compete against here tonight.
yeah, if we want to talk about 2 individuals who certainly have Rocky Romero's number, Mascara Dorada, Volador Jr., long rivalry with Rocky and Volador. And as you mentioned, Walker, it was Mascara Dorada who was finally able to dethrone Rocky Romero for that historic welterweight championship.
Akakona CMLL 世界ヒストリックウェルター級チャンピオンマスカラドーラダスカイウォーカーボラドールジュニア
We have a ring full of champions here tonight as Volador Jr., currently 1/3 of the 34th ever CMLL World Trios champions. And of course, Mascara Dorada, current reigning CMLL World Historic Welterweight Champion. Day 29 of that reign, and it was 29 days ago, as we mentioned earlier on, where he would face off against Rocky Romero in a winning capacity. You know, Mascara Dorada, despite his young age, only 22 years of age, one of the most impressive stars that you're going to find in Lucha Libre right now.
Yeah, he is someone who has the eyes of the world on him. And speaking of that, all stars in CMLL and all 4 of these individuals will be appearing as part of the Fantastica Mania Tour. This is a little bit of a preview for that. Lot of affection between Soberano Jr. and Rocky Romero. It seems like Soberano truly has been sitting under the learning tree of Rocky Romero. That's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on where you fall.
Well, I think that's a question that we can answer later on. And as you mentioned, Fantastica Mania is coming up, NJPW World. Oh, there you go. Well, that's one way to do it. It'll be on NJPWWorld.com. English commentary will be available for Fantastica Mania. That is different than other times. It'll be myself and maybe a special guest on that broadcast.
And it seemed like Rocky and Volador were going to lock up once again, but no, Rocky, he needs to take some time to stretch.
Well, I think the time to stretch was about before the kickoff match.
Well, listen, Rocky Romero is a very, very busy man. He's wrestling literally all over the world all the time, an entrepreneur. He's everywhere. He needs some time to warm up.
2
He's definitely an influential man. Here's Soberano Jr.
Well, and if Soberano wants to team up with Rocky, I mean, this is a good way to start. Put a little bit of a shift work for the team opening up here. And Volador has been ready to go.
And we're getting set for it. Here it is, Soberano Jr. Very interesting style that this man competes in. Volador Jr., absolute veteran of Lucha Libre. And of course, the clash here, only 30 years of age compared to Volador Jr.'s 42. That's the experience advantage that Volador Jr. has. It's the pump kick for Soberano is going to put him in a better positioning. Repeated elbow strikes from Soberano Jr.
Volador is trapped on the wrong side of the ring. Oh.
right side of the ring, in fact. Mascara Dorada tag made.
Whoa.
Here's the crossbody.
Oh.
Oh, and it's Mascara Dorada out now into the landing. Here's Rocky Romero, who made the tag from behind. Hurricane Rana, and back to his feet. That's the star we're talking about. That's the world historic welterweight champion.
And he just ate a boot to the face, but now Soberano gets taken down. Volador looking to fly and whoop.
Yep, cut down by Rocky. Super kick connects for Soberano.
Soberano has managed to clear the ring, and now Rocky's ready to go. He's all stretched out. He's all warmed up.
He might end up stretched out if Volador Jr. and Mascara Dorada have their way with him, which they have in the past.
One chop takes Dorada down.
Who else can you point out in this matchup that walks around with the confidence that Rocky Romero does? I don't believe you can find one.
I mean, it is truly an earned confidence, though. Like you said, collecting titles around the world.
This is Rocky Romero's first matchup in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the year of 2024. Join myself and Chris Charlton at the English broadcast booth for Wrestle Kingdom 18 and New Year Dash. Of course, a 2-win, 12-loss record for Rocky in 2023. Very interesting to see what 2024 could look like for him and Soberano Jr.
Oh, Volador was reaching for the tag, and Dorada is forced to, well, I won't say what that means, but he was taunting his well, okay.
Yeah, hand in mouth for Soberano Jr. I mean, we're really starting to see these tactics from Soberano.
Yeah, these are shades of Rocky Romero. As well as a tag, quick tags in between Soberano and Romero.
And there we go. Kick to the ribs, the chest, excuse me. Cover here. Look at this from Rocky. Pinning attempt. Kick out.
Oh. Rocky continuing to direct traffic here.
And Veda, just to understand your perspective, you see this as a bit of a mentorship role that Rocky has taken on with Soberano Jr.
Well, I mean, we're just seeing some of Romero's own mannerisms. Uh-oh.
Oh.
And this team may have fallen apart right here.
That will never not impress me, no matter how many times I see it.
Swinging a
Here's
miss by
Dorada.
Romero.
Super kick connects. Here's Volador Jr. Tag's been made. And backhand spring, lands on the feet, 42 years of age, moves like that. Drop kick, takes down Soberano. And Dorada.
Oh, this is Rocky Romero's worst nightmare. He was trapped in the ring with Mascara Dorada and Volador Jr.
Got a place that you want to be. Here we go, Dorada, Volador taking flight. Double tope suicida to the outside.
Everyone is down.
One, two.
Listen to this crowd here in San Jose. They love us some Lucha Libre action. You're going to be getting a lot of that throughout 2024, especially with Fantastica Mania around the corner. Here's Rocky Romero back inside the ring.
Romero able to crawl back inside.
Crawling away is all that Rocky Romero has the ability to do right now. Trying to create enough separation, though, which he has, to try and gain back a little bit of that breath. Find himself in a better position to move forward in this match.
But here is that old familiar foe. Volador Jr. catches Romero, but Romero reverses.
Yeah, here comes Romero. And there's one. There's two. Say goodbye. He can go forever.
Oh.
That is if Volador Jr. will allow it, which he will not. Back on the rebound with the kick cover here for Rocky Romero, and the kick out at 2.
Trademark offense by Rocky Romero. Still not enough to keep Volador down. But now you can tell that Rocky's really feeling it. Sights set on Volador Jr. charging in, and whoop!
And Volador connects with the super kick. And Backstabber is going to take Rocky Romero down. Cover here for Volador Jr. Will that be all? No. Rocky says no. This match goes on.
Just a 2 count. But it has shifted the momentum back into the direction of Volador and Mascara Dorada. Volador back on his feet. Says it's over.
We haven't seen Volador since Collision in Philadelphia back in April of last year. He won a tag match in that affair. Will he do the same right now against Rocky? Here we go. Oh, back to belly pile driver from Rocky Romero.
Volador Jr. gets spiked. Romero has started the crawl.
Yeah, that Kodayami pile driver and the tag being made. Here's Soberano. Or here's, excuse me, Mascara Dorada. Here's Soberano.
Both now legal. And wow, the height on that leapfrog.
Beautiful. You look at these two men, you're talking technique aplenty.
Soberano sent to the apron.
Oh. Third generation star is Soberano Jr., and he walks with the confidence of one as well.
Soberano making the climb.
To the top, spinning into the crossbody. How many rotations was that?
Whoa, wait a second.
Oh, caught out of midair. Moonsault ineffective. Cover here for Soberano. No.
You can see the disbelief on the face of Soberano. Trying to collect himself, trying to come up with a new strategy here. Mascara Dorada crawling into the opposite corner.
And here comes Soberano, planted up on that top rope. Not a place you want to be when you're not in control. And electric chair. It's Mascara Dorada. Wow! Cover here from Dorada. Could this be it? No, it is not.
Somehow, some way, Soberano Jr. is still in this.
The world historic welterweight champion of CMLL is going to be looking to put the exclamation mark on this one, and it's going to happen right now.
Trying to drag Soberano back into position, but wait, breaks out, connects with a knee strike.
Not going to happen. The tag looking to be made. Here's Rocky Romero.
Oh. And that is veteran awareness on the part of Romero. He made sure that Dorada got stopped, but Dorada was able to escape.
And Rocky with the knee strike there for Dorada. A lot of confidence right now, exuding the energy, the aura of Rocky Romero and Soberano Jr. off the charts.
This team is getting it back together right now.
And mocking Dorada. I don't know if that's a good idea, Soberano, and he's about to find out. Meeting of the minds. Malfunction at the junction for Rocky. Step up, Hurricane Rana. Senton missed.
Dorada just too quick.
Keep your eyes on Dorada. And back inside the ring, here's Rocky Romero.
Lead out from behind. Volador.
Oh, Canadian Destroyer from Volador. Cover here, and that is on.
Well, if that was a preview of Fantastica Mania, you're not going to want to miss a minute of that tour. It's coming up next month. Volador Jr., Mascara Dorada will be featured, and they are victorious here in San Jose.
Yeah, all four of these men will be there first time with English commentary and English coverage on NJPWWorld.com. You're going to want to keep your eyes on it. And while Soberano Jr. made the claim that he wants to tag more with Rocky Romero, you have to question what the mindset of Soberano Jr. is now, with Rocky Romero being the man who he has to carry out in defeat. Nevertheless, great victory here for the veteran and the young star. This is the mentorship I'd like to see. Volador Jr. and Mascara Dorada, if Dorada even feels he needs it at this point.
We still got a whole lot of action coming up for you. Battle in the Valley. Championships on the line.
And I still can't get it off my mind what we saw after our first matchup. Jack Perry, New Japan Pro Wrestling. First time that we've seen him in quite a long time.
Yeah, and we've been trying to get some word on this, but it seems
nothing.
he's not talking.
No. From one rebel to another, tonight it is champion versus champion, heavyweight versus junior heavyweight. It's Bullet Club versus United Empire. For the first time ever tonight, we witnessed TJP take on David Finlay in singles competition.
No titles on the line here, but Walker, honestly, I think that there's something that goes even deeper than just championships. This rivalry between Bullet Club and United Empire, it's coming to a head in the biggest way, a historic way. February 11th, a cage match, the first in, what is it, 20 years in New Japan Pro Wrestling?
10-man tag team steel cage matchup at New Beginning in Osaka. That's February 11th. Advertised as the final contracted matchup for one Will Ospreay, who we'll be seeing in the main event later on tonight against Kazuchika Okada. But TJP has never faced off against David Finlay in singles competition. We get it for the first time ever here tonight.
United Empire IWGP Junior Tag Champion, Catch Suzu, Public Enemy, TJP!
Into the cold red eyes of TJP, the remnants of the Oswong. Beta Scott.
Yeah, we have seen TJP recently go to some truly mysterious places, but it paid off as Oswong, that pairing, that new wrinkle to catch to it was able to secure the victory. But now, a victory over David Finlay here, I mean, that would be a real advantage going into that cage match, Walker. Well, and you saw it right there, leader of the Bullet Club. That's David Finlay. But as Will Ospreay heads to AEW, he's going to be spending a lot less time in Japan. TJP himself has said that he intends to stand up.
Yo, that is dark.
As the leader of United Empire. It's a huge test for him tonight.
Well, there's no doubt that the veteran in TJP would make a fantastic leader for United Empire. It was David Finlay alongside Gato who destroyed the IWGP US UK heavyweight titles at Power Struggle. It was David Finlay who inserted himself into the three-way match at Wrestle Kingdom 18 for the new IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. And it was David Finlay who managed to orchestrate a victory and to become the very first IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion in history back at Wrestle Kingdom 18. Much to the shock of those across the world who seemingly collectively wrote off David Finlay heading into that matchup. Tonight, we see a very different David Finlay, a man that I feel is very hard to write off in any sense of the term, because he is all the more confident as IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion.
Really just stalking his way through the ring. The eyes were locked. And you, of course, David Finlay, yes, he became global champion. And he pinned Will Ospreay. He pinned the leader of United Empire. Oh!
Oh, TJP coming out of nowhere.
TJP already getting the start here. You know, we could talk about allegiances to units, to War Dogs, United Empire all day long. Reality is, we're in for a fight here tonight. And you know that David Finlay, dogs move in packs, so to speak, Veda Scott. You know he did not come here alone. We know Gabe Kidd's in singles action tonight. We know Connors and Coughlin are in tag action later on as well.
Well, and I mean, we got to talk about it. What went down at New Year's Dash? Whoa.
Man.
What went down at New Year's Dash was pure chaos. Carnage and blood. It's what led to this cage match that we have coming in February. I mean, I don't think we're going to see any sort of technical contest between United Empire and War Dogs ever again. It's over. We have moved on to just straight up fight.
Yeah, and we're getting that fight right now. They're battling up the ramp here, are TJP and David Finlay. We mentioned the War Dogs moving in packs, but TJP is not alone here tonight either. But it is no inside, no seconds, mano a mano are TJP and David Finlay.
Well, and unfortunately, TJP isn't at ringside either. He just got suplexed on the ramp. You mentioned that this is the first time ever singles meeting between Finlay and TJP. It could end right now in a countout.
Yeah, you know, first time ever singles meeting, but TJP has faced off against a member of David's family. His brother, Brogan Finlay, New Japan Strong, back in 2022, and it was TJ that picked up the victory there.
Whoa.
Yeah, David Finlay was looking to end the career of TJP. He's already died once within the past calendar year. He can't do it again.
Oh! Shoulder first into the post. That could have been an equalizer for TJP. You can hear the count is on again.
And fans, if you have not seen TJP in quite a long time, you might have some consideration of the Oswong. You might have no recollection of the Oswong. Reality is the Oswong is one of the most protective things in Filipino folklore, one of the most protected cryptids. However, one of the most dangerous as well. David Finlay is not getting the full effect that we might have seen at Wrestle Kingdom 18. But I'm curious to know what we see going in to New Beginning, where that 10-man cage match is.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like this new level. It's in the blood of TJP. I mean, literally, there's this full transformation, and it doesn't seem to be the kind of thing that you just shake off. But right now, TJP's in trouble. Finlay has gotten back into full control.
Do you think, in your wisdom, Veda, that David Finlay has his eyes really focused on TJP right now, or could he be thinking about his first defense of the Global Championship, which we will be seeing February 23rd against a debuting Nick Nemeth in Sapporo?
Yeah, with that cage match on the horizon. Whoa. You would think that Bullet Club, you would think that David Finlay, that is
dude, David Finlay, he reminds me a lot of Two-Face from the Batman universe. He's just in and out of it, man. He's fucking sadistic. He's calm. He's an assassin. Like, he's a good leader for Bullet Club right now.
All the things Gabe Kidd targeted. And a fairly unsuccessful latter half of the year for Gabe Kidd. David Finlay has to hope to not copy that same wherewithal. Cover here and just the one count.
I mean, to be fair, Gabe Kidd is extremely erratic. He's very pissed off. He casts a wide net when it comes to his aggression. And we're going to see some of that pay off a little bit later. He's going to be challenging Eddie Kingston finally.
Strong open weight championship cover here and kick out from TJP.
Oh, Finlay getting in the face of TJP. Just supreme confidence. We are sold out here in San Jose. A lot of support for TJP. But Finlay.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the dominance of David Finlay. He fights like a champion, and as much as a champion as TJP is, here we go. We're starting to see that resiliency of the Oswong coming to the effect. Here we go. TJ now, takedown. Could have been thinking crossface, repositioned though, smart strategy. Bam!
Damn, that was a nice transition.
To tear the arm out of the socket. Now the focus has got to be on that right arm for TJP. We know very competent in the submission game is TJ.
Well, and let's not forget, just a few minutes earlier in this very match, David Finlay was sent shoulder first into the ring post. I don't think he's had time to fully recover, and TJP is going to continue targeting it.
Yeah, but that was a desperation move from TJP. It's not going to happen, though.
TJP trying to keep his feet on the ground.
Once again, directly back to the right arm. TJP, he might not have come in with a game plan or a strategy, but he definitely has one now at this point.
King up. 5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes.
TJ, like a monkey climbing to the top. Look at the athleticism. TJ up and down. Variation of a Mamba splash, and the splash being felt in the ocean of David Finlay.
TJP putting it all on the line, but this is what it's going to take in the steel cage February 11th.
I mean, you think we're seeing brutality right now. Think about when there's 8 more men, a lot more vitriol, and a steel cage surrounding the ring.
Now it's David Finlay out on the apron trying to keep his feet on the ground. And,
right to the eyes went TJP, and thinking the rope hang. Here we go. TJ up to the top rope.
Finlay strapped.
Ever the innovative athlete. Here it is. Splash off
that was
the
nice.
top rope.
That was really
the
nice.
Top rope through David Finlay. Incredibly dangerous maneuver there from TJP, but it was enough to create that separation. Get your breath back a little bit. Find out what you're going to do next.
Finlay trying to stagger over to Dave, but TJP, unbelievable.
Yep, tornado DDT.
Able to use Finlay's own momentum against him. This is trademark TJP.
A great strategy here out of TJP, as always. One of the quickest thinkers you're going to find. It flows, it comes naturally from him. It has ever since his time at the Inoki Dojo in LA, and it happens here right now.
Finlay trapped in the corner. Scraping the bootlaces.
We've seen this from TJP. Signature foot through the skull of David Finlay. Let's mention it right now. TJP picks up a victory here tonight over the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. He's going to do very big things. We could even be seeing a challenge potentially late on the line. We have no idea.
Once again.
Yeah. Being the
request
from the faithful. One more time indeed from TJP.
I mean, let's keep in mind, TJP certainly looking to make a statement ahead of that cage match as this battle between Bullet Club and United Empire rages on. Whoa! Out from behind.
Yeah, the waist lock, not able to keep it in tight though, is TJP. Here he is, up and over, springboard.
That was nice. That was slick.
Into the cover here, TJ. No!
Finlay got spiked like a pogo stick.
Yeah, nearly, but nearly is not definitive for TJP. It's not going to be 2x2. It's not going to be knee-knee, but you're going to get half of it, and it's still at 100%. TJ, no, caught out.
Nice boss man slam right there.
Shot down as well from the leader of Bullet Club.
This is what we were talking about before, Walker. It's that tendency to underestimate David Finlay, and he uses that to his advantage every single time. Finlay's checking his teeth.
Back to their feet are TJP and David Finlay.
TJP went right back.
Oh, no. Irish curse backbreaker. It's in the bloodstream. Cover here, no. And that was close. It continues to get closer and closer and closer for both men. but we need a definitive victory.
But every time David Finlay has a moment here, you can see he kind of reaches for that shoulder. He shakes out his arm. We know that TJP has been working over that arm. I think David Finlay's trying not to show that he's hurting, but...
Who?
Oh. Oh, no!
Well, about ready to put these two in a steel cage alongside each other, let alone a 10-man tag that we're going to be seeing in Osaka. TJ now, here we go. Caught by David Finlay. It's the heavyweight. It's the style brought down. Super Irish Curse bringing it back.
Oh, shit.
Cover here. David Finlay, no.
Yo, Finlay don't fuck around.
Not enough.
And Finlay made that pinfall with all the confidence in the world. You can see now the wheels are turning. He certainly thought it was over right there. Where is he going? Oh, no. Got that shillelagh in hand.
Oh, not the shillelagh. Not even get that through TSA. David Finlay, you cannot use that in this match. Thank God we have an official out there.
Oh, missed to the face.
The Aswang lives. The miss. The knee. The cover. TJP. No. Nearly. TJP's going to be looking to take this one to the top and bring it down just as quick, just as hard. Mamba splash. Cover here again. No.
Damn.
2.9 as David Finlay is still trying to wipe that mist out of his face. Everything about TJP changed. Aswang, the mannerisms were different. There's look at this. It's almost feral.
TJ, he has that straight jacket positioning. Could be thinking straight jacket DDT. David Finlay's going to think otherwise. Oh, we've seen this before out of TJP. It's led to victory here in the past.
Finlay might be fading. Oh, wait, no.
Up on the shoulders and sending him right into the top turnbuckle. Here's Finlay.
Oh, what a super kick
from TJ.
Oh. And falling into the pinfall, no.
Not enough, not even close. These two could go all night long. David Finlay, sit out pile driver. That's gonna be it. No, TJ barely.
You can't even call it a kick out at that point, Walker. It was almost like just a spasm.
Yeah, that might have met the minimum threshold to be considered one, but David Finlay dropped down. Skull first cover here. This one's over. It is David Finlay who sent TJP into oblivion. However, will it be David Finlay who stands tall this way on that fateful day, the steel cage match, 10-man tag team action, leading as champion, heading in to that event?
Finlay holding that global championship high as we head towards Osaka. And Walker, I mean, we need a steel cage to keep United Empire and Bullet Club. They need to end this. It needs to end one way or another. I hate to think what the other could mean, but the level of violence cannot keep escalating. And Finlay's now just getting in the face of some folks at ringside.
Yeah, this is no shock whatsoever.
Oh!
Try holding a real championship. David Finlay is the man you do not want to mess with heading into his matchup in Osaka, heading into his championship defense against Njpw. That's coming up in February. Night 1, Njpw. Live on NJPWWorld.com. You can sign up right now. Get a whole few months worth of action that you are not going to want to miss. But coming up next, folks, we have the NJPW Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship, and it will be coming up right now. War Dogs take on GOD.
Shit. I wonder what happened to,
Well, apparently we are going to have a little bit of a delay on that because it's TJP still in the ring right now, Veda.
TJP, look at...
Oh, Drilla Killer.
I can't even read
Dan Moonley.
the expression on his face.
I don't believe I've been able to ever since that fateful day where he was shut in that coffin at Korakuen Hall by War Dogs Joe Maloney and Clark Connors.
TJP is someone who, he's really at a crossroads right now. He's going to step up for United Empire. He's holding IWGP Junior Tag Gold once again.
And now, folks, coming up next, New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship. Let's get to it. Tag Team Champions.
Holding the bridge, Royce Isaacs,
Scoop slam. Scoop slam cover here. Hook the outer leg, and it's not there.
ELP held the position, but he got away. Royce Isaacs with that belt.
Sudden death on Royce Isaacs. ELP has taken it all the way.
To all the tag teams that want a piece of these shiny blue boys, just come to us and ask. Just ask.
The war ain't over till the War Dogs say so.
And that's my dog for real.
Challenger, Alex Coughlin and Clark Connors.
Super Thunder Kiss 86. That's gotta be it. New champ. What? Oh no! They go from the heavens. They fall. And they fall.
The 6th Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions, Hikuleo and El Phantasmo.
January 13th. Those belts are ours.
It was a post-show comment assault after Lone Star shootout that left ELP and Hikuleo laying on the ground following a defense against West Coast Wrecking Crew. And that attack came from none other than the openweight tandem here tonight of Alex Coughlin and Clark Connors, who got exactly what they wanted on this evening, a shot at the strong
Nick Nemeth has signed with TNA. That's pretty big.
Yeah, we have to emphasize the
That's what's up.
open weight aspect of the Strong
I guess he's gonna be
Championship,
all
because
over the goddamn
this is a
place. I'm
duo
cool with
that
that.
we don't often see teaming together. Coughlin,
That's pretty
traditionally
sweet.
a heavyweight.
Excuse me, folks. We just heard, we got a bit of a note slid to us earlier about some backstage comments made, and right now Tom Lawler has joined us at the broadcast booth. Tom, welcome here for Battle in the Valley. You had a hell of a matchup earlier on and a very interesting result from that. But we just heard you had some very interesting
Give me
takes.
1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I wish that I was coming here as a winner, sitting next to Veda and Walker, but unfortunately that's not how it turned out, and things haven't been going my way, quite frankly, for the past year. And backstage, Fred Rosser offered his hand to me, in friendship. Said he has my back if the West Coast Wrecking Crew don't. Let's leave it at that.
Well, I mean, it seems like Jarrell and Royce, they might not have your back anymore, Tom. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I didn't think I'd see the end of Team Filthy ever, but all right.
A lot has happened for Guerrillas of Destiny since they last competed on New Japan Strong in November. It was walking into World Tag League 2023 as the reigning Strong Tag Team Champions, defeating the IWGP Tag Team Champions in Block B competition. Could not defeat the IWGP Tag Team Champions in the finals of that tournament. However, they would be chosen by the champions to compete against them. Wrestle Kingdom 18, both sets of Tag Team Championships on the line. And who would it be but ELP and Hikuleo that walk away still New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champion and the 100th ever historic IWGP Tag Team Champions. Tonight is just the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships on the line as this matchup was officialized before, of course, the IWGP Tag Team Championships were on the shoulders of Hikuleo, El Phantasmo, and now that child in that front row.
Yeah, I think maybe the kid is actually in the title lineage now. What do they say? Possession is 9/10 of the law, something like that. But yeah, you're right, Walker. Only the Strong Openweight Tag Championship on the line here. And Tom, I mean, if this, I don't want to call it a team, but
IWGP タッグ並びに第6代ストロング無差別級タッグチャンピオンチームゲリラーズ・オブ・デスティニーさあヘッドバンガーエル・ファンタズマ2メートル3センチ120キロヒクレ
I mean, we can't call it a team, I guess, but this respectful partnership between you and Fred Rosser, I mean, you guys have both held Strong Openweight Gold, singles gold before. I mean,
my focus is on, right now, getting Team Filthy healthy.
Sure.
Sure, I would love to be the Openweight Tag Champion. I would love to do it with Fred Rosser, but that is not something that's in the cards for me right now. I've got to talk to Jarrell, I've got to talk to Royce, and they're the ones.
So you didn't talk to them yet. So what happened there? What did they?
No, I need to talk to them.
The main focus, Tom, for you is going to be getting Team Filthy back on the same page. The main focus for Coughlin and Connors here tonight. This is only, I believe, their third ever tag team matchup alongside each other. The previous two took place numerous years ago, and still, though, War Dogs will do what War Dogs will do. It's Coughlin and Connors getting the jump.
They may not have teamed officially as a two-person tag team, but you can't discount the fact that they lived together, they trained together for years before even joining the Bullet Club.
Absolutely, and sometimes if there's a lack of maybe footage of you on as a team, that makes it harder to scout. That gives you more of like an X factor going into a match. But right now, God doing a good job of dismantling Clark Connors.
And the shirt comes off from El Phantasmo. Bam, right down, forearm drop right across the skull of Clark Connors.
Whoa.
Veda, I believe what you mentioned, not being able to find footage or not being able to be familiar with the moves of a certain team, aided LP and Hikuleo in defeating Bishamon for these very titles.
These two have really come together as a unit, and it's an unlikely kind of pairing. Whoa, there we finally got it. See, we didn't really get the full Team Filthy pose tonight either, Tom. Did we? Speaking of like entrances that everyone wants to see. I don't know, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm just pointing out things that I observed.
Beta, I know you do want to stir the pot, but let's get on track here. Here we go. Cut down Hikuleo. And here's Alex Coughlin going to send El Phantasmo to the outside. You know, God don't only have Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin on their mind. It's going to be February 11th. They also put the IWGP Tag Team Championship on the line against Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Kenta.
Owens and Kenta, yeah, they called their shot for that.
I mean, what could we see within the next calendar month, the next 30 days? ELP and Hikuleo lose both of their tag team championships to different members of Bullet Club.
And Tom, what would be your strategy in a match like this? You've got Hikuleo, you've got ELP. Looks like right now they're looking to dismantle Hikuleo. What do you think about this?
Well, Clark Connors did the best thing that he could have done, is that is take out the leg of Hikuleo. Because even if he's 7 feet tall standing, when he can't stand, he's the same height as, you know, one of a CMLL mini out there.
Connors went for a quick cover. Hikuleo kicking out, but you're right about that, Tom. He's not exactly springing back up to his feet. You're not going to be choke slamming anyone from your knees. Oh, no.
I know a lot of people had some doubts, had a lot of questions about Hikuleo and El Phantasmo when they first started teaming together the way that they have. However, I feel at this point all doubts have to be out the window, off the table. Clark Connors is going to be continuing to target those legs, Tom, as you mentioned. Great strategy here in terms of targeting Hikuleo.
Hikuleo's got to be careful to keep those shoulders off the mat as well.
And bam, elbow shot right down to that knee as well. The legs of Hikuleo are going to continue to be the targets of Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin.
Again, these are open weight tag championships, so we've got an interesting dynamic with Connors and Coughlin. Different strengths, different advantages that they can bring to this.
Oh.
There you see the speed, the explosiveness of Clark Connors.
And what you're going to get out of Alex Coughlin, which we see right now in the corner, it's going to be the strength, it's going to be the leverage. Everything that Alex Coughlin has to his advantage will be utilized. Connors with that shoulder thrust into the corner. Here's Coughlin in.
Up until the last year or two, LP was competing as a junior heavyweight as well, so kind of a similar flavor with a more powerful member of the team and then a higher, I guess, a high flyer with LP. Clark Connors kind of stays grounded more.
You're right. Yeah, we talked a lot about that throughout World Tag League when it came to El Phantasmo and Hikuleo. It's the power on one side, the speed and agility on the other. Again, we see that same dynamic, as you mentioned, between Coughlin and Connors here. And it's Connors currently trying to choke the life out of Hikuleo on that top rope.
Coughlin and Connors clearly with the strategy to keep the big man isolated. They've done a great job so far. And look at this, ELP.
And once again, Hikuleo, though, gets the boot up.
Oh, but meanwhile, ELP inadvertently distracting the official as now Hikuleo trying.
And cut down just in the nick of time by Clark Connors. You know, Connors has to have his mind elsewhere as well. He's going to be challenging for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships February 4th in Corcoran Hall alongside Joel Maloney. An open-weight and Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion in Connors after this one.
Tom, I think you were right on the money when it came to dismantling Hikuleo. I mean, it's been a non-stop assault on his legs.
Hikuleo's still standing, or at least for the time that he was.
Tom, what's that like, that burst of adrenaline you get when you know you finally have that opening? What do you do?
There's nothing like it. It's the best feeling in the world.
Phantasmo double cross body, and he's going to continue the attack on Clark Connors.
That's what LP's feeling right now.
Oh, man.
Adrenaline coursing through his veins.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough, Tom, to be there on the apron waiting for
Yeah, AEW is doing some renegade shit with Jack Perry.
Yeah, they don't have Jado here to calm their nerves like they so often do.
No, they don't. Jado has instilled a lot into El Phantasmo and into Hikuleo as well. It's ELP going to look to drop down. Atomic Nature, here we go. El Phantasmo sends Coughlin over the top to the outside.
ELP,
Connors.
yeah, he's taking out both of his opponents at once.
Yeah, here we go. Coughlin had that one well scouted. We've seen that before out of El Phantasmo.
Phantasmo has no choice but to fight him by himself. Hikuleo is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, War Dogs made sure of that. Dismantling the knees as ELP. So quick, so evasive.
Middle rope, crossbody takedown. Not going for the cover, going for the one-up, standing into the moonsault. And, could be seeing it for the second time.
Whoa.
Tornado DDT outside of the ring.
This also gives Hikuleo some much-needed time to possibly recover, possibly get back on his feet. As ELP
looking to take things to the sky, to the heavens. It's how they won the tag titles. Tornado DDT. With a little bit of flavor like that, Tom, you know that El Phantasmo and Hikuleo are feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, but it seems as if LP kind of used a ton of energy there.
Yeah, he did.
Hikuleo finally back in the game.
And cover here, Hikuleo off the tag and kick out again.
And you saw Alex Coughlin, his hand immediately went to his mouth. He got kneed right in the face.
You also see Hikuleo immediately tending to that left knee. Both knees really, but the left one more so. Following that kick out from Coughlin, it's El Phantasmo now. Gonna be looking for sudden death, and that's gonna set up for the ending here. If we can get to it, here we go, sudden death caught. Coughlin, German suplex.
ELP gets caught as well.
Could be thinking that Dreadnought Driver pump handle. Can he get him up? There it is, Dreadnought Driver, Alex Coughlin. Down and out, Dreadnought Driver.
Herculean strength by Alex Coughlin.
Just unreal. And now the tag, Clark Connors tagging in with a smile on his face. The writing is on the wall. We're about to have new strong openweight tag champions.
Bam. Like a bullet out of a gun, the spear takes Hikuleo down, one shot.
They're loading up.
And there it is, hit and run. We have new strong openweight tag team
Unreal. Hikuleo still in it, but maybe not for long because Clark Connors directing traffic.
I thought it was as good as done there, but
up on the shoulders. Oh, wait.
Hikuleo battling it out. This crowd willing Hikuleo into a better position. Hand around the throat. Thinking choke slam, but the legs giving out underneath Hikuleo.
The War Dogs just swarming. Oh!
This is a bad spot for the champs to be in right now.
Back up on the shoulders.
And bam, dropped down. Coughlin Connors. Here we go again. And kick out.
Tom, you could see Alex Coughlin, he did the smart thing. He eliminated ELP, kept him from bringing up the pin, and it still wasn't enough.
I thought that was a done deal. I thought we had new champions there. I thought Coughlin had cut off the last hope that they had of taking Phantasmo out of the match, but Hikuleo proved me wrong.
A lot of heart in Hikuleo, but now he just got planted.
Clark Connors cover here. Phantasmo bouldering through his opponent.
Clark Connors looking entirely maniacal as he made that pinfall. And it still hasn't been enough to keep Hikuleo down. Now there was a tag. It's Alex Coughlin, legal again.
Tom, what do you do in a situation like this? You're a defending champion. You have a very obvious potential injury that your opponent recognizes.
You've got to hold on for dear life. You've got to grab a hold of Alex Coughlin. You've got to drag him over to your corner. You've got to get Phantasmo back in there any way you can.
Yeah, and they were thinking hijack pile driver. El Phantasmo is going to hijack that sequence. Here we go. Here's Coughlin caught with the scoop power slam. Hand around the throat. Hikuleo, it's time. Oh, but Coughlin says otherwise.
Back around the throat.
We see it, Hikuleo.
Coughlin gets dropped.
Choke slam from Hikuleo.
They've got to try to get the finish here. This is their best shot.
And it's all happening here. Born and bred 86th. Cover here, Hikuleo. And still, strong openweight tag team champions.
ファイナルシーン12分6秒エルファンタスもヒロフムの勝利です
That was a battle for the strong openweight tag team championship. Once again, War Dogs scraping and clawing whatever it takes, but somehow ELP, Hikuleo, they're holding on to those titles. And like you said, Walker, they got Chase Owens, they got Kenta on the horizon.
Yeah, and Tom, you know it best, a definitive victory in championship competition. There's nothing better than you can experience in your wrestling career.
Nothing feels better than that, but conversely, now they're going to have even more people that they have to worry about.
As we mentioned before, it is Chase Owens and Kenta who will be vying for the the IWGP Tag Team Championship coming up in February. Cannot wait for that one. You have to know Chase Owens is watching this one very, very closely. I mean, we're talking...
He's probably playing video games,
well,
Walker.
I mean, hey, maybe on another screen. There's dual monitor setups nowadays.
But it's an excellent point that you both make because the target has doubled. Now that ELP and Hikuleo are double champions, they're defending both titles.
You know, this is one of the most impressive things about El Phantasmo and Hikuleo. One can barely stand, one can barely breathe. Oh, I just saw time reverse. Here we go. Bam. After a championship defense, they could probably go again if they wanted to.
GOD victorious once again. 2024 is looking good for Hikuleo and ELP, but like you said, they have that challenge right on the horizon, Kenta and Chase Owens. But for now, heading out, both championships intact, and I hope Hikuleo gets that knee work looked at. I mean, that was rough. Oh boy, Walker, are you ready? Tom Lawler, are you ready? The match that I have most been waiting for, it is coming up next.
That's
New
right.
Japan Strong Women's Championship on the line.
And we are getting to it right now. NJPW Strong Women's Championship. Trish Adora challenges Julia, and it happens right here live. Battle in the Valley. We might be seeing it. Northern Lights bomb from Julia. Count the stars. That's got to be it.
The second Strong Women's Champion, Julia.
またアメリカで試合しに行きます。アリベデルチ。またな。
What an amazing match. My name is the Afro Trish Adora. Oh, I like your fighting spirit.
Ooh, nice body, muscle. But who are you? でかい必要そう。考えておきますよ。
The Afro-Punk Trish Adora is starting to feel a little left out. You said you wanted to wrestle the best in the world. I've been saying that too, but you hadn't rung me just yet. There's no reason why this can't happen. Trish Adora versus Julia for the Strong Women's Championship. So what do you say, champ?
Challenger, Trish Adora.
Are you strongest champion in the world? Trish. Okay. Of course, I accept your challenge.
How do we know we're going to get the match with Mercedes? Unless we see Mercedes show up tonight.
Folks, if this is your first time witnessing the woman that is Trish Adora in action, she is accompanied by Carly Bravo and Sean Dean of the Infantry. You will walk away knowing what everyone else already knows. Trish Adora is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, Veda, we're talking about the first ever Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling World Champion, who has defended that championship 18 times over, 1,338 days successfully. She has plans of having an even longer reign as new NJPW Strong Women's Champion, but she has to get through Julia first.
Well, Trish Adora, she called her shot. She called out Julia.
NJPW Academy, Alumni, ROH, Impact, Chi Afro Pike, Trish Adora!
She called out Julia. I mean, that takes a lot of confidence. That takes a whole new perspective on your own abilities. But I'm saying it right now. I'm calling my own shot.
Yeah, she is sloppy,
Trish
but they need
Adora
someone to be in this match, so...
the new Strong Women's Champion. I'm saying it right here. That's it. That's my call. Trish, don't miss.
Talking about Julia. Following the dissolution of Donna Del Mondo, many have been questioning the mindset of the current NJPW Strong Women's Champion, who seems to believe that she does not need her former unit members and that they no longer need her to find success. In fact, she made it very clear that she has her sights now set on her friend Micah, following Micah's victory of the World of Stardom Championship back at Dream Queendom in Ryogoku. While she walks into tonight a different woman than she might have been the last time we saw her, this amicable split has not distracted Julia from her intentions tonight, and that is to retain her strong glory as the reigning and defending Strong Women's Champion.
I mean, but let's talk about why DDM was formed in the first place. Shorty and Micah and Julia, they intended to get to the top of Stardom together, and Ryogoku.
第2代ストッチ女子チャンピオンスターダム美しき記憶ジュリア
At Ryogoku, Micah was the third member to finally accomplish it, to get to the top of the heap. And as Julia said, they did what they set out to do. They will now go their separate ways. She said arrivederci, and she is a woman who knows what she wants. She sets goals and she
試合に
attains them.
先立ちましてチャンピオンジュリー選手よりチャンピオンベルトの返還でございます
On the flip side, I would say the exact same thing about Trish Adora. Called her shot and now steps up. We are sold out here. This is a huge, huge, huge test for Trish. And like I said, I think she's ready to stand up and take that championship.
Well, Tom, I got to pitch this one to you. Reality is, when you are facing a tough test, when you face your biggest opportunity you've ever had in your professional career, the nerves are going to be there. Do you think that's going to play into Trish Adora's game tonight?
I don't think Trish Adora is going to be affected by the big match atmosphere here tonight. We've seen her compete in Ring of Honor. We've seen her compete in the AEW. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she is a former member of the military.
Absolutely.
Who knows what kind of situations, uncomfortable places she was in there. So,
I mean, that is part of what brought Trish and Carly Bravo and Sean Dean together in the Infantry. That shared background, that shared tenacity. And now Trish is extending the hand.
We'll see if it is accepted by Julia. The first time these two women are sharing a ring in their professional careers. And there is a code of honor adhered to. Except when it's not. Julia, no. It's antics like this that have made Julia such a strong, a successful NJPW Strong Women's Champion.
Well, and Tom, listening to Julia's pre-match comments, things that she has said on social media, it seems to me like she's not taking Trish entirely seriously. What do you think about that?
I saw her comments. She downplayed Trish, said she doesn't really know who she is. Trish Adora is a beast.
Yeah.
I've watched Trish Adora beat people up over the past few years, and if Julia doesn't take her seriously, Julia's in for a very rough night.
You know, Julia not knowing who Trish Adora is, whether that was true or not.
Look from here. I don't know if you could tell.
Right.
The size of Trish Adora's hands compared to Julia's, they're massive.
If Trish Adora is really not known by Julia, that only works as a disadvantage for Julia, really, because reality is Trish Adora has been absolutely showcasing and showing out all across the independents, all across Ring of Honor and AEW, as you previously mentioned. Well,
and Trish is a technician. She's a submission specialist, and it's not often that Julia is in the ring with someone that can match that technical prowess. That is something that she could be overlooking in Trish.
And she has had troubles in the past with Shuri, who is very technically skilled, a submission artist. So perhaps Trish is seeing something in those matches that, she thinks she can capitalize on. And it appears so. She's working on this wrist lock here.
Yeah, she is in full control of the arm. Takedown.
And look at the control, the manipulation of the body by Trish Adora is what has led to her success in the past. However, this is her first ever time competing at a New Japan Strong event. It took months to make it happen, but now that it's here, Trish Adora cannot squander this opportunity, especially because it's one she requested. She challenged Julia a number of months ago. It's finally happening here in San Jose.
We had what I thought was going to be a clean break, and Julia now fires back, snatches the waist.
And here's Julia now off the ropes. And crucifix positioning, looking to stretch the body out of Trish Adora. Driving the point of the elbow into the body of Adora as well.
Oh, wait a second. Trish is not going down. There's a lot of energy in the room tonight, and it is coursing through Trish Adora somehow.
Oh, this is a bad position for Julia to be in. It's that air raid crash positioning, stretching the life out of Julia as we speak.
Yeah, she has her trapped in almost what would be a straight arm bar.
Wow.
On that left arm. Now she's manipulating the wrist, it seems like. She has a hold with her hand.
Yeah, Trish staying in control. Even as Julia was able to escape, Trish still holding on to the arm, the wrist.
Tom, the early goings of a matchup like this where you find yourself in the better positioning than your opponent, I mean, that's got to be good for you, right? That's got to be good for the mentality for the rest of the match.
Oh, it's a great confidence boost, especially, as we mentioned, if you're Trish Adora, if there are any nerves. You've got to imagine that this early advantage that she has over Julia is, taking care of those nerves.
Oh, but Julia, she's fired up now. Trish standing in the center of the ring and catches her.
Right over the back, onto the knee.
5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes.
And there's a lot to be said about body language, about ring positioning. Trish Adora holding strong to the center of the ring. As Julia flurry.
Julia's been very impressive, the second ever Strong Women's Champion. But Trish Adora, if anything is going to work in her favor tonight, it is going to be the atmosphere here in San Jose.
Targeting the spine of Julia. That's extremely painful, and it's a little bit disrespectful, too.
Well, given the definition of beating him like a drum. And Adora into the bridge cover here off the suplex, kicked out by Julia.
That was an authoritative kick out on the part of Julia, but if you caught that there, she also immediately went to clutch her lower back.
can imagine that the damage has been done to that back, and hopefully, for Adora's sake, that back will continue to be a target toward Julia. It's Adora currently in the great positioning, and suplex from Julia.
One thing that's always a target on wrestlers is the back.
Right.
You know, and especially Julia, I assume, just flew over from Japan in the last few days, sitting on an airplane for 12 hours.
Yep.
Isn't too fun, is it, Walker?
No, I've come to find that out, Tom.
I mean, that's something that we don't really talk about. The wear and tear on the body, it's more than just in the ring. And Trish Adora, the look on her face as she delivers these strikes. Oh, Julia's down. Whoa.
And waistlock leg takedown. Here we go. Julia got the leg trapped. And the STF currently locked in.
May show up tonight.
From Julia on to Trish Adora,
I don't see why she
looking
would
to
show
stretch
up.
the body of Adora into submission. Can we see it? Strong Women's Championship on the line.
Official was right there as Trish able to make it to the ropes.
Trish had gone for the lariat Tubman, I believe, there.
Yeah.
Went for the big lariat. Perhaps a little too overzealous.
I mean, I have called so many of Trish Adora's matches that ended when lariat Tubman connected.
And Julia, here we go, situated middle rope.
Oh!
Bam, drop kick sends down Trish Adora. And cover here for Julia. Kick out from Trish. And you'll notice the hair maintains to be in the grasp of Julia.
Turnabouts is fair play.
Oh, could we be seeing that Northern Lights bomb here?
Trish knows it. She scouted it. She is fighting it. Trish Adora.
Our waist lock there for Julia.
Trish has an absolutely vicious German suplex as well.
We could be seeing it very, very soon if Julia makes a misstep. Here it is, the strike, German suplex. Julia, the fighting spirit, immediately back to her feet. German suplex of her own.
Wait a second, Trish from behind.
Bam, one more time. And Julia's not getting up so quickly from that one, folks. And bam, drop down once again, back suplex. Julia's going to be looking to grab onto anything that she can, attach to Trish Adora, and lift her up for a potential victory. Will we see Northern Lights bomb?
Trish once again zeroing in on the arm, connecting with a senton to the spine.
Right on that lower back. Smart move by Trish Adora to go back to the body part she's been working on this whole time. It was paying dividends earlier. And once again, it's got her back on equal footing here, it seems.
Great point, Tom.
A lot of people have been talking about Julia. She's been in the headlines. She's been in the news for various reasons, many of which revolving around her status, her ability as women's champion. And the single leg drop kick leads into this whip off the ropes. Here's Julia going for the strike, not going to happen. Here's Adora on the other end.
Swing and a miss by Trish. But wait! Version of a Bubba Bomb and a cattle mutilation. It is cinched on, but Julia is doing whatever she can to reposition those hips. It's all you can do, Tom.
Yeah, Tom, what's she going to have to do to get out of this?
Well, she's doing the right thing.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. There's the answer right there.
Making it to the ropes. The hold is going to have to be broken.
By turning her hips like she did, it alleviated the pressure on the lower back.
But it forced Julia to roll out of the ring. This is a psychological victory for Trish as well. Momentum fully shifted.
Yeah, just moments ago, it looked like Julia was in control of this match. Trish went back to the lower back. Now it looks as if it's hers to win here.
Oh, man.
On the floor.
That's how badly Trish Adora wants to win this one. That's how badly she wants to become the new strong women's champion.
4.
Still on the outside. It's a count of 20 folks here in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Trish Adora is well aware of that.
Wait a second, Julia. She fought out and sends Trish into those guardrails.
8.
And now it's Julia on the offensive. Snap suplex onto the floor.
10.
Wait. Julia, I thought she was climbing back in the ring, but no.
No, Julia looking to take this one to the high rent district. Trish Adora's going to be looking to follow her up there.
I think they're all high rent districts around this area.
Yeah, I've heard. San Jose, right? Look at this.
This is high risk for Trish Adora. She's not someone we often see climb up to the top, but...
Well, that experience or inexperience more so. Oh, this is a bad spot to be in for both women.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, Julia looking to take things to the very top here. Double underhook drops down Trish Adora.
That'll be it.
From the top cover. And Adora up at 1. The knee strike flattens Adora once again. And that kick out not so impactful, but still as effective. Pump kick takes Julia down.
How much does Trish have left?
How much do either of these women have left, Tom? It's hard to tell. We've seen this before out of Julia, but the first time ever from Trish Adora. Northern Lights bomb. Cover here, Julia. Still strong women's champion.
Another victory in the championship reign of Julia. But that was a war. Trish Adora brought absolutely everything here to San Jose.
Yeah, but they don't remember by the end of the match who brought what more. They remember what's in the win and loss column. And the win goes tonight to Julia, still NJPW Strong Women's Champion.
I think I'm going to remember what Trish brought to the table.
Yeah, I think Trish is absolutely fantastic challenger.
I was going to ask, I wanted a clarification. That was her first match?
First match under the Strong banner,
okay.
Yes.
And now Julia.
You can imagine it's not going to be the last, Tom, that's for sure.
If I'm Julia, I don't know if I want to have a rematch, I'll tell you that much.
She now extends the hand. I think Julia knows who Trish Adora is now, and she's not going to forget her name anytime soon. Incredible match here in San Jose, Battle in the Valley. But it is Julia who is still holding on to that New Japan Strong Women's Championship.
Julia, a great victory here. Of course, she's made claims, Veda. I know that you have your ties to Stardom, and she's made these claims of wanting to challenge Micah for the World of Stardom Championship. You know that's got to be in the line of sight for Julia going forward.
Yeah, it seems like all eyes are on Julia. There's a lot of questions about her future and what she intends to do next. But Walker, like you said, now that she's disbanded DDM, she wants to be a lone wolf. She's out on her own now. I don't know exactly what is next for Julia, but I think we're all very excited to find out. Everyone's on their feet. There's just something about the charisma. There's nothing like it. Everyone here absolutely enraptured.
Yeah, but folks, coming up next, we are going to be seeing it. TMDK will be taking on Matt Riddle in a What?
Good evening, esteemed citizens of the world. I am here to announce that I am bringing my campaign to New Japan Pro Wrestling. You see, in recent times, certain individuals have, regrettably, not represent New Japan Pro Wrestling in the manner in which it deserves. I speak of such individuals as Hiromu Takahashi, a man who is mentally unstable, a man who literally goes into battle with a stuffed animal in his arms, a stuffed animal. Ladies and gentlemen, no! New Japan Pro Wrestling deserves better than this. And I will see to it that it is rebuilt, reignited, and reclaims its former glory. So, Mr. Takahashi, I am here to inform you that you are unfit to be a leader. You will be replaced, you will be removed. And as the great ambassador to this great sport, I am here to issue an executive order that you and I will have a match April 12th at the Windy City Run. Thank you. Good night. And remember that in Ali, we trust.
Hell yeah, we're getting Mustafa Ali in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
In Chicago, Illinois, April 12th, Windy City Riot laying down the challenge to Hiromu Takahashi. I cannot believe it.
Well, Mustafa Ali, he keeps saying that he's going to take out these false leaders. I guess he has Hiromu in his sights. A lot of surprises here tonight. I don't like being kept in the dark about these things. And now we're going to have another big reveal. Who is X? Tom, do you know? Do you see anyone backstage that isn't supposed to be here? I don't know what's going on.
Personally, I thought it was Elon Musk.
Oh, well, we are in San Jose.
It was an X joke.
I would leave. I would just walk out at that point. I'm done.
All right, well, a lot of people have been asking what's next for Zack Sabre Jr. following his loss of the Njpw World Television Championship to Hiroshi Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 18. However, after a dominant showing for TMTK and New Year dashed over Blackpool Chaos Club, we now know that it is Bryan Danielson who stands in the way of Zack Sabre Jr. We're going to talk about it tonight. And it is confirmed for Zack Sabre Jr. February 11th, new beginning in Osaka, will be taking on Bryan Danielson for the very first time in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Is Bryan Danielson going to take the easy way out? Is he going to cheat again, go against good sportsmanship, and land a big knee to Zack?
Well, we know that Zack has Danielson on his mind, but right now he needs to focus on an old rivalry reignited. Matt Riddle and whomever his partner is here tonight.
Well, if there's one thing for certain about Matt Riddle in terms of anything, it is that this is a man who will get you talking one way or another. The King of Bros is here tonight.
Wow.
He's already coming to blows with Zack Sabre Jr. The question remains, there's been this advertised mystery partner for Matt Riddle. Who will be joining the King of Bros here tonight in Matt Riddle's return to New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Does he have a lot of friends?
Oh!
Okay.
What?
This is an old friend from deep in the past of Matt Riddle.
And it's only fitting in the state of California, the former PWG World Tag Team Champions reunite here. It's the Chosen Bros, Tom.
How fitting that the one chosen by the bro is Jeff Cobb himself.
They've competed all across the state of California, specifically, Rev Pro, United States Independence, MLW. You've faced off, Tom, against these two men in MLW tag team competition before.
Yeah, they're a formidable tag team duo. They're great as single competitors as well. This is a great choice by Matt Riddle, but
I'm shocked.
I've got to wonder, where does this leave the United Empire?
Right.
Is Matt Riddle trying to join up here? Is this a one-off?
Oh, that is an excellent point.
The Infinity Unit.
Jeff Cobb may be the only man known better in this area than Elon Musk.
Matt Riddle, Jeff Cobb, Chosen Bros back in action.
Oh, this is a great surprise. I'm fired up for this one, folks, as if I couldn't be any more already.
But Tom, as you brought up, United Empire, and we've talked about distractions and splitting your attention. Everyone in this match has multiple issues brewing within New Japan. Matt Riddle himself made a surprise appearance at New Year's Dash, called out our new New Japan TV champion in Tanahashi. I mean, there's a lot happening here. That new champion, who did he defeat, Walker? Who did he defeat to become the television champion? It's Zack Sabre Jr. There's a lot at play here. I feel like I need to draw the chart, the murder chart,
Well, you should go work on that.
With
We're going to talk about this. Matt Riddle, Zack Sabre Jr., it's happening right now. Matt Riddle, man, Lawler, you're very familiar with Matt Riddle in in-ring competition.
Yeah, we have a similar background. Obviously, both came from the UFC, both mixed martial artists, both amateur wrestlers, as you can see.
Yeah.
A beautiful single leg takedown there. Got Zack on his back. But this isn't necessarily a position where Zack, doesn't want to be. He's great working off of his back from guard. And you can see now he's tying up Riddle, going for a leg lock. He's got him in a guillotine choke. Riddle rolls out, and they square off for a second.
Well, and Tom, you talked about your familiarity with Matt Riddle. Zack Sabre Jr. and Matt Riddle, they have a long rivalry. It goes back to 2016. Between 2016 2018, they faced off 7 different times in singles competition. Zack Sabre Jr. has the most wins. It's 4-3, but it's Riddle who has the most recent win in that series. Oof.
Definitely a fantastic point to
wait.
bring up. It's
Beautiful
Zack.
counter.
Yeah, really trying to get that arm maintained in his control. Going for the strike, not going to happen.
Zack caught that triangle choke, landed some elbows to the cranium on Riddle before he defended.
And that was from Matt Riddle going to one of his signature moves, those gut-wrench suplexes, that strength. Sabre had it scouted.
And here's the tag. Bad Dude Tito. We haven't talked about him in the forefront of this matchup. Here's Jeff Cobb. Now, Jeff Cobb and Bad Dude Tito, two guys I've seen a lot of people making comparisons between in the past. It's a meaty match right here we're talking about. Jeff Cobb and Bad Dude Tito coming to blows.
Oh! Yeah, we saw a really impressive technical exchange between Zack Sabre and Matt Riddle. I think that's not what we're going to get here. This is just carnage.
And the last time that we saw Bad Dude Tito teamed alongside Zack Sabre Jr. at Destruction in Kobe. Who'd they defeat? Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. Tito drop kick from Jeff Cobb.
And I don't think the cameras caught it, but Matt Riddle on the apron was jumping up and down. He's very happy with his choice of partner here.
Well, I would be too. I mean, Jeff Cobb, you're talking about a very dominant beast when you talk about the other half of the Chosen Bros.
I'm a vegetarian. I can't endorse the meat forever chance.
Neither can Zack.
Oh, the impressive strength of Jeff Cobb. I mean, it never fails to amaze.
Wow.
Floating bro with the assistance.
And into the cover here is Matt Riddle. Only a 1 count for Bad Dude Tito.
And Sabre was right there. He got into the face of Matt Riddle for just a moment. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
There was a tag.
Yep, there's the tag. Zack Sabre Jr., the legal man, shooting down Jeff Cobb and charging right into a European uppercut on Matt Riddle.
Zack, of course, made sure to scream an expletive at Jeff before he hit him.
Of course. And now this cravat hold positioned on Matt Riddle, trying to maintain any sort of control that you can on your opponent. It's got to be the strategy. And the twist of the screw for Zack Sabre Jr. floating in on Bad Dude Tito.
With Tito now back in control. Oh! Things are starting to look good for TMDK. They've got Riddle isolated.
Tom, I got to tell you, the more that I see Bad Dude Tito in in-ring competition, the more he continues to impress on all fronts.
I had to wrestle Tito about 10 times over the course of the G1 a few years ago. I'm not even sure if this is the same guy. I think this this Tito may have eaten the one that was around then.
You're exactly right, Tom. It's a newly focused, newly aggressive version of Tito.
And Tito's going to continue to try and lay these shots in wherever possible. Rapid fire strikes from Bad Dude Tito, maintaining control of that arm. Short arm lariat to Riddle. Cover here. Kick out.
Now, let's keep in mind, this is Matt Riddle's New Japan debut, and he's already called out Tanahashi. That match is on the horizon. He can't afford a loss here.
Well, I mean, you're right about that in a sense. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to look to try and deliver that loss to Riddle. The last time we saw Riddle actually compete under the New Japan banner was a co-promoted Rev Pro event. Night 2 lost to Minoru Suzuki. The previous night, though, had defeated El Desperado. So Riddle knows his way around a New Japan ring in a sense. But the first time at Strong will not be the last time at Strong, and wants to look for victory on this evening.
There's the tag. Bam. Jeff Cobb charges in. Oh, but gets caught.
And it's Cobb now. Whip into the corner on Sabre Jr. These two men have faced off time and time again. And every single time it gets better and better. Cobb into the cover here.
They went to a draw for the New Japan TV title at one point last year.
Whoa.
Then Zack was able to retain in a rematch, but...
Yeah, those are both nights that Jeff Cobb nor Zack Sabre Jr. have ever forgotten, Cobb.
Cobb scooping up Sabre and plants him. He shouldn't be able to do this. Oh, Sabre got out of the way. Ugh, yuck, gross, terrible. I hate it.
It's that technicality of Zack Sabre Jr. that has made him as special as he is. It's that technicality we'll be seeing against Bryan Danielson. And listen to the people sing in San Jose.
Sabre was trying to scoop up Jeff Cobb, wasn't able to do it. Now trying a different tactic. Oh, holds on and dodges the dropkick.
Like Nelson, hold on.
Went for the European clutch, but no.
Couldn't even get the bridge on Cobb. Already kicked out. Oh. Right in Jeff Cobb's old stomping grounds, his old backyard outside of Japan. And it's Cobb. Will we see? Oh! Wow, look at the transition cover here. Crucifix, no.
So close. Refusing to go on a tour of the island. Zack Sabre Jr. floating through.
Oh, look at the strength. You can't do that to Jeff Cobb.
Tom, what do you think about this strategy? Zack keeps going for strength-based maneuvers on Jeff Cobb. It's just not working.
Oh, tornado DDT.
Whatever he's doing paid off there in the long run.
Yeah, finally able to use Cobb's own momentum against him.
Zack, everybody talks about how technical Zack is. Zack is also a grade A jerk and will do stuff just to get under your skin. So who knows if he's putting his all into those throws or if he's just trying to make Jeff angry.
Now Matt Riddle.
Yeah, repeated
tag back
strikes.
in.
Oh, bam. Kick right to the back of the head of Bad Dude Tito. Up on his feet. Fresh off of competition in MLW and a victory in that realm. Matt Riddle looks for the same thing here tonight in New Japan Strong. Thinking Exploder.
Tito, full desperation, has to fight his way out of it. Oh! Nice combination. Bad Dude Tito scooping up Riddle and dropping him.
Effortless.
Cover here, broken up by Jeff Cobb.
I think Jeff was more jealous than anything. What a beautiful suplex out of Tito.
Well, it's like you said, Tom. You've been in the ring countless times with Bad Dude Tito, and it's just, he's at a different level now than he ever was before.
We saw it there with that throw.
Yeah.
He's one of these guys that has the ability to generate force in a small area, which is something that you can't teach. You're born with it. Tito has it.
Oh. And it's Zack Sabre Jr. Oh,
wait.
He's thinking penalty kick.
Oh,
Here's
no.
Cobb. Oh, on the back of Jeff Cobb. That's a big man to bounce on. ZSJ's doing it. Back inside the ring now. Here's Riddle and Tito.
Just clubbing each other. Jeff Cobb is going
Yeah,
out on
Sabre's
the outside of the ring.
He's going to put Jeff Cobb down to sleep. And Big Teats, here we go. No. Looking for it. German suplex, could be thinking. Planted down. Hard as hell onto Riddle. Cover. Nearly had him.
Njpw kick out. 10 minutes have passed. 10
The
minutes.
Blue Thunder Bomb of all Blue Thunder Bombs right there.
Matt Riddle is rocked. He was barely able to get back up to his hands and knees and get scooped back up on the shoulders.
I mean, Tom, you said it yourself. Bad Dude Tito, everything this man does is as explosive as you'll find it. Incredible.
Matt Riddle putting it all on the line, but Sabre's right there.
You've been a lot of places, Riddle, but you haven't been strong in quite a long time. Can he find it in him here? Bam! Oh, catching the ankle, the pick. Zack Sabre Jr. has Riddle exactly where he wants him.
Riddle is reaching, but he's reaching the wrong way. Wait!
Oh, Cobb. Up, bam.
Oh. Zack Sabre Jr.'s nose just went back inside his skull. Meanwhile, Bad Dude Tito.
It's almost a pinball effect between Cobb, though, with the German Tito back on his feet. And Exploder suplex to Jeff Cobb.
How?
Tito, no, caught with the roundhouse. I love it.
Riddle connecting with a knee strike.
Cover here from Riddle.
Well, looks like it was the right choice for Matt Riddle.
I can't disagree with that whatsoever. The Bro Derek gets the victory in the end. Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb, the Chosen Bros, reunited in victory.
Well, and Tom, you brought this up before, but we've got Jeff Cobb here squarely representing United Empire. Got Matt Riddle here looking, it seems, to form new alliances, new allegiances here in New Japan. This could be huge. This could have major implications. And at the same time, we know that Matt Riddle is going to be taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi as well.
I wonder if Tanahashi has done his research yet.
He did say he had to look up who Matt Riddle was and whether.
Hold on a second. Zack Sabre Jr., he's back. Well, this is what you mentioned. This is a little bit of a little jerkishness, I would say, Tom. Jerkishness.
Could just be the British mentality.
Big victory here for Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb.
Standout matchup for Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb. And could we see Riddle in United Empire? If this feels like anything, Veda, it feels almost like the...
Hold on, watch this. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Jeff Cobb got down on his knees, he put up the United Empire sign, and Matt Riddle, he kind of waved it off, but he kind of also did the, like... I think he's thinking about it.
Well, he very well could be thinking about it, but nevertheless, Matt Riddle, Jeff Cobb, victory here on the evening. And folks, you like one championship, let's put 3 on the line. Coming up next, the Continental Crown is on the line. Eddie Kingston takes on Gabe Kidd. He's looking for the lariat, back fist again.
3 in a row.
Lariats.
Whoa, Kingston loaded up and dropped.
Devastating. Brain buster. Cover here. 2.
2-2 close, Kingston.
He's spinning back fist from Eddie Kingston. Could be looking for it again. Northern Lights bomb. Cover. 2, 3.
David Finley told me to bring gold and bring buddies. Hey, boss, how about both?
Challenger, Gabe Kidd.
Good, Gabe. Now that makes me want to you up. Congratulations, you actually are part of the Bullet Club and you are a war dog. Congratulations, but you're dealing with the stray dog, partner. Yonkers, New York, 7:30. We grew up on this, baby. Gabe, my neck and shoulder are hurting right now. I want to get you. You don't know shit about Japanese wrestling, but whenever you want, I'll be there waiting. I'll give you a lesson in Puretsu. I'll give you a lesson in all that shit and show you what a real shinny hot heavyweight fights like.
He's got him! Northern Lights bomb again! Come on, Mox, kick! No! Moxley again kicks out. Maybe should have did that. Look at Eddie's head movement. This isn't a place we want to be. Eddie was changing levels there. Yeah. Moxley. Oh, no! Again, gone. Can't track. 2. Got him. 3. The first Continental Crown champion, Eddie Kingston.
I am fighting spirit. That's me. No one embodies it more than me. And Eddie, January 13th, San Jose. Bring those big little Triple Crown belts. I only want the strong title and a fat bag of cash. You are dead. All you're doing is talking shit. I don't see no battle heart in you, man. I don't see no heart in you. You want to show me? You want to prove me wrong? Do it in San Jose, dog. The Triple Crown, the Continental Crown, whatever they want to call it, any cute little thing, is going to be on the line. Gabe, you're talking tough. And if you don't bring that toughness in San Jose, I'm going to eat you alive.
Tonight, the challenger, Gabe Kidd, walks into this matchup with one previous match against Eddie Kingston on his resume. That match was not as Gabe Kidd, but as the young Gabriel Kidd, a very different being than who we see in front of us right now, Tom, in the War Ready one.
Yeah, the War Dog version of Gabe Kidd. This Gabe Kidd is the most dangerous Gabe Kidd that we've seen so far.
You're right, but he has no interest in All Elite Wrestling or Ring of Honor, despite the Ring of Honor World Championship and the AEW Continental Championship being on the line. Gabe Kidd has stated that if he wins this matchup tonight, which also includes the Strong Openweight Championship, he's trashing the other two and taking the other one back to the UK.
That's what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
You can understand him when he talks?
I mean, I read subtitles, and nevertheless, Gabe Kidd's in this matchup tonight for one thing and one thing only, strong open weight gold.
Do you know how you know Gabe Kidd is an unpredictable and erratic individual? It's the sunglasses. He wears sunglasses at completely inappropriate times. I'm sure we've all seen it. It can be dark out, sunglasses. Indoors, sunglasses.
I heard he wears them when he sleeps.
It is just the mark of a deranged individual, that is all I am saying.
Speaking of which, the deranged individuals. On cue.
Eddie Kingston comes off the most successful year of his entire life. July 2023 defeats Kenta and Korakuen Hall to become the NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. September defeats Claudio Castagnoli to become Ring of Honor World Champion. And in December, defeats Jon Moxley, wins the first ever AEW Continental Classic, and is crowned the first ever AEW Continental Champion. Tonight, these 3 titles. But again, the 3 is not on the mind of Kidd. It's just the 1, and it's so far on the mind. They're making our way over here.
Last time we saw Eddie Kingston in this building, he was sending Jay White packing, sent him out of New Japan.
Yeah.
Standing victorious.
Completely changed the entire landscape of New Japan Pro Wrestling. That all happened at the hands of Eddie Kingston.
Would Gabe Kidd be in the Bullet Club? If not for that, if not for Eddie Kingston winning that match?
Excellent point.
Yeah, butterfly effect, so to speak, there. I mean, that's a very interesting point.
Hold on. No.
Gabe Kidd could be thinking pile driver, though, on the outside. No. Body drop. This matchup hasn't even started, folks, and this is already what we're seeing here.
Keep in mind, Gabe Kidd had to wait years for this match to finally happen. Scheduling issues, injuries. He has been waiting for this, and now Eddie Kingston is in control.
I mean, referee Taito is just trying to, as much as he can, to try and get these 2 back inside the ring, but easier said than done, Tom.
What's Taito realistically going to do to Eddie Kingston or Gabe Kidd physically if he has to?
And I know that Gabe Kidd has said he doesn't care about the other championships in the Triple Crown, but we do have to say that although he waited a while for this match to happen, it couldn't happen at a better time. I mean, this is a huge opportunity. Now that Kingston is holding on to those 3 championships.
I'm sure Gabe Kidd loves money. I'm sure he loves accolades.
Oh, Taito.
I'm sure he likes attention.
Unhand him.
Oh, he's hitting the mat. That'll teach him. Get in the ring there.
I mean, this is the only place this match will start. I don't even know if these 2 care if the match officially begins. It's all about the punishment they want to dish out to one another. German suplex on the outside. I mean, we need to get a little bit of control here. At least a bell sounded or something.
Beautiful suplex, reminiscent of Karl Gotch. There. Although I don't know if he ever
not on the floor. Perhaps not on the floor. Oh! Face first into the ring post.
You know, we talked about Gabe Kidd, New Year Dash, that massive beatdown and assault between Bullet Club War Dogs and United Empire leading to that steel cage match. Gabe Kidd was the one who ended up the bloodiest, the most assaulted, the most beaten down, yet standing tall by the end of it.
Yeah, somehow, just having his own blood in his eyes makes Gabe Kidd even more dangerous.
Oh my gosh, come on. This match still not even started. Come on.
Whoa.
Eddie Kingston's punch drunk, so to speak. And
I think he can't see. Gabe Kidd had his thumbs in the eyes. He's swinging at nothing.
Counterintuitive to the plans of walking away strong openweight champion. This match might have to be called off by the end of this one.
Yeah, you're right. Gabe Kidd, he has to weigh his priorities here.
We're getting back in, I think.
He finally throws Kingston back into the ring.
Yeah, I mean, he's calling for the bell, and Eddie Kingston, you see him grasping at that right shoulder. Bell has sounded, 1 fall, 30-minute time limit. Continental Championship, Strong Openweight Championship, Ring of Honor World Championship. All of which on the line. Gabe Kidd said, you think you know strong style. I'm going to show you what that's like. Eddie Kingston knows strong style is in the heart, knows that it's something that he has. Oh.
King is staggered, but he is not going down.
That first chop that Eddie landed dropped Gabe to one knee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think about as we get deeper into this matchup, Tom, how much more effective these chops are going to become.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, Eddie's going to take the time to acknowledge that one. Suckered in. Gabe Kidd felt that with the swiftness. Straps come down. I'll show you strong style.
I'm trying to see who has an advantage, but right now this is totally even and totally brutal. Eddie Kingston has hands like dinner plates.
Gabe Kidd serving as the maestro, working at his own tune, marching at his own drum.
He's psyching himself up by banging his own head on the turnbuckle. This man is a menace.
He'll be the first to tell you, Veda, that he's a mad man, but Eddie Kingston, he's the Mad King. He is more than capable of putting Gabe Kidd down in this match.
Eddie calling him back to the center of the ring.
Yeah, that's a great point, Tom. Kingston holding strong right over that New Japan logo. Oh, now Gabe Kidd is rocked. Sent back to the ropes. Oh!
And right to the skull of Eddie Kingston. Gabe Kidd said any means necessary.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie might need to go get checked for an infection here.
Yeah.
British are not known for their hygiene.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second.
And could be thinking T-Bone. There it is, over the top. Eddie Kingston manages.
Reminiscent of one of his heroes, Jun Akiyama, with the throw there.
We talk all day long about Eddie Kingston's heroes, Eddie Kingston, the people that he looked up to growing up, and that's all fine and well. But this is the time for Eddie Kingston to make himself somebody else's hero. He's done that. You hear the reaction, Tom, this crowd has had for Eddie Kingston ever since his name popped up on the marquee earlier.
The people love this guy.
Absolutely.
The everyman, in a way. Even though there's nobody like him.
No, nobody else that I have met is like Eddie Kingston. Someone who comes close, though, in a lot of ways is Gabe Kidd.
Kidd able to pull himself up in the corner as Kingston slowly rises to his feet and charges in.
Oh, and Kingston, these machine gun chops lighting up the chest of Gabe Kidd.
You could see Gabe Kidd tried to grit his teeth, steel himself for that final chop, and it still took him off his feet. Oh!
And yeah, there's the collision that Gabe Kidd was looking for.
Kingston trying to put his fists up, but it's no use.
Yeah, Tom, what do you do in a situation like that where your hands aren't able to guard you?
That's an instance where you have to grab a hold of the person. You have to get a hold of your opponent, slow things down.
And this is the hold here, cover, and almost the new champion. Now, Tom, you make an absolutely great point there, but right now it's all about creating separation, creating enough distance to try and find your way back to a potential standing if you're Eddie Kingston.
Well, his best bet is in the striking battle. You know, we talked earlier, we wondered if it was a good idea for Gabe Kidd to get involved in that chop battle, and
Right.
Eddie's the one that came out on top there every time that I turned back to that. So if I'm Eddie, I'm going to build up to your base here.
I agree with that, Tom, but Gabe Kidd is doing what he can to stay in control. But look at this. He's able to fight out. This could be it, Tom. This is the moment.
Half suplex drops Gabe Kidd right on the back of his neck. Eddie Kingston, back fist to the future. Cover here, one-armed man. No!
Color me shocked. I thought Eddie retained the belt right there.
And notice that when Gabe Kidd kicked out Eddie Kingston, he also created some distance and immediately went back to hold on to his shoulder. He's trying to recover, but this is the kind of recovery you want to do in the trainer's room, not in the middle of a match like this. Did he just pull his shoulder back into the socket?
Eddie Kingston's one of the toughest fighters that you are going to find in professional wrestling that extends to New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. And luckily he still has that dominant right arm to be able to land a lariat, to drop a chop.
Land that Hurricane once again.
Oh, he's pulling Kidd up by the ears.
He's going.
Whoa.
Trying the
Northern
Northern
Lights bomb,
yeah, on that bad side.
Oh.
Gabe Kidd now could be thinking tombstone. Pile driver drops Kingston. Skull first cover here for Kidd. Titles on the line. No. Triple the gold on the line. Triple the pressure for both competitors in this match.
You've got to wonder now if Eddie has a stinger, if he has feeling in that left side. You can see him clutching his trap.
And
grabbing on his fingers.
Again, this is an athlete in Eddie Kingston. I mean, he's not exactly fresh to the game, let's be honest. He's accumulated wear and tear. He's accumulated injuries in the past.
You know, you just noticed right there, Gabe Kidd took the time to sit cross-legged. He takes the time to parade around. You haven't won the championship yet. This isn't good strategy. Oh God.
This is not a good strategy.
I don't like this. Gabe Kidd has to maintain this focus right here.
I thought Gabe went down, but he's back up. Oh, no, your brains.
Oh, and Eddie Kingston can't even stand up. I mean, I'm all for putting your body on the line for the sanctity of the sport and the championships, but
he is glassy-eyed as he tries to refocus.
Using that energy from the crowd to build back up now. Is this going to pay off for Gabe Kidd, though? We've seen it lead in Eddie Kingston's favor every time.
Well, and now Kidd is demanding that Kingston bring it on. Oh, this is hard to watch.
Oh, spitting in the face of Eddie Kingston.
Perhaps no.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Gabe Kidd, keep your focus, kid. Exchanging of strikes. Eddie Kingston's getting the better end of this one right now.
Oh! Another back fist, but wait! No, Gabe Kidd, he's out, but he rolled to the floor.
Yeah, it's where it all began, right here on the outside.
And a lot of times, Tom, we'll see wrestlers head to the floor to avoid being pinned. I don't even know that was a strategic decision, a decision at all on the part of Gabe Kidd. He just collapsed.
Yeah, it looked like the momentum just sent him outside of the ring to the floor. I mean, if that was his plan, it certainly wasn't a great fall for him. The crowd clearly wants Eddie to go get him.
Oh!
And Gabe Kidd, though, took the opportunity to recover and recuperate. However, Eddie Kingston had that same amount of time allotted to him. Oh, and we're back to where we started, folks. Just all on the outside here.
They have no interest in getting back in the ring.
On the count. Referee Taito starts the count, and here we are on the outside still. Championship on the line. Isn't going to change hands if both men stay on the outside here. Someone's got to get back in.
This is the one thing Taito can do to try to keep control of this match.
Yeah, but...
Oh, no!
Oh, God!
On the floor, and I think Gabe might have flipped the apron as well as he went down.
Count of 13.
Both men are down. And if Gabe can get back in, the title will change hands.
Absolutely. We're at a...
Hey, is that what you got, you fat bitch?
What the... Eddie Kingston was more than willing to take the victory how he had to, but this isn't going to be the case by the end. Gabe Kidd has just unleashed something in Eddie Kingston. This one's over. This one's over. Stop this.
Oh, wait a second. No. King has the timekeeper's table.
Come on.
And officials are trying to get...
Come on. I mean, we have our entire officiating staff now making their way down the ramp. And then Gabe Kidd, man. Oh, my.
And we cannot let them fight. We still have more of an event to put on here. We got more titles on the line. These two...
How much more do they have left in themselves?
I don't understand how they're even still standing. Come on. Who let Gabe Kidd go?
I mean, look for the body lying at ringside. I think that's who was holding on to Gabe Kidd.
You have to try and separate these two somehow. It's taking multiple men. There's no sense to be talked into Gabe Kidd ever. Eddie Kingston would be hard-pressed to do the same thing to him.
No titles change hands. Kidd is back in the ring.
Oh, and that's the Continental Championship disrespected by Kidd. Who let Kingston go? Damn it! Come on!
Eddie Kingston with a crazed look on his face.
What?
He's lining up a shot with that title. Wait!
No. It's Warthogs. It's Coughlin, it's Connors. They might have been unsuccessful in their matchup earlier. They're not going to let Gabe Kidd get beat down at their hands.
Yeah, normally I disagree with the tactics of War Dogs, but in this situation, I think it's for the best. Eddie Kingston was about to straight up murder Gabe Kidd.
I'm surprised.
Wait, no. Hold on, wait. What is this? Oh, no.
Oh, Kidd, pile driver on the championship. Well, there's a picturesque moment.
Gabe Kidd holding that title high, but he didn't win it tonight. He didn't win any of these championships tonight. Eddie Kingston still holds the Triple Crown. But you wouldn't know it from the scene that's unfolding.
Sure, Triple Crown be damned. How much pride does Eddie Kingston have right now? Beaten down at the hands of Gabe Kidd, Coughlin, the rest of the War Dogs. Reality is, I know it was 3-on-1 in that. Eddie Kingston's not going to cut himself that same slack, Veda.
And now, Coughlin, Connors, and Kidd, they're heading out. Damage has been done.
He's a madman.
We are sold out here in San Jose. You can hear the chants for Eddie Kingston as he gets checked on that pile driver onto the championship belt.
This is a bad spot.
Oh, he's sitting up.
bad place for Eddie Kingston to be right now. This is...
Eddie's going to be looking for retribution.
A limp left
for sure
arm.
when he gets backstage.
Right. Yeah, if I'm the War Dogs, I'm getting out of Dodge while I still can.
And they'll probably be at the bar by the time Eddie gets back there.
Well, knowing the War Dogs.
King back on his feet. He's going to leave San Jose under his own power one way or another. But, and again, I hate to say this. There was a lot of violence, a lot of carnage we just saw. Unfortunately, if that's not your thing, I'm sorry, because we are about to head into our no DQ match.
You mean that wasn't the no disqualifications match?
No, that was... That just kind of went off the rails. But this is a no DQ match. Shingo Takagi laid down the challenge. Jon Moxley agreed only if it was no disqualification, and it is going down right now.
No DQ match 60分一本勝負を迎えます。
For Jon Moxley and Shingo Takagi, for a majority of their careers, they've been like two ships passing in the night. They've shared locker rooms together, were even a part of the same unit back in Dragon Gate USA. It was Kamikaze USA.
Yeah, it is really much AEW represented tonight.
Careers that they both had. Only one singles contest.
I love it though. I enjoy it.
Their entire careers, it would be Jon Moxley in the 2019 G1 Climax scoring a victory over Shingo Takagi in 14 minutes, 45 seconds. That's a night Shingo Takagi has not forgotten. Both men were announced for Battle in the Valley. Neither man had a matchup. It was Shingo Takagi following New Year Dash, who said, John, I think I have an idea and I think you're going to like it. San Jose, California, no disqualification, and it was set from there.
Yeah.
We await the presence of Jon Moxley.
Very much so.
Moxley competed at Wrestle Kingdom 18 in that three-way matchup against Will Ospreay. And of course, the winner, David Finlay, for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, competed in the main event at New Year Dash, also in a losing effort, but it was Moxley who would say, I don't feel like I got my ass whooped enough. And Takagi, I guess he feels more than willing to oblige Jon Moxley in any whooping that may take place tonight in San Jose.
Obviously, it seems that Jon Moxley, by laying out the challenge and just knowing his history and his comfort zone, would have the clear advantage in a no disqualification match. But listen, let's keep in mind, Shingo Takagi has gotten hardcore in the past. He had that incredibly violent rivalry with ELP just a couple years ago. I'm looking forward to seeing Shingo Takagi step up to Jon Moxley's level when it comes to this no DQ match.
Yeah, I believe he also had some violent matches with Hanare.
Absolutely.
In Japan. And Takagi's got to be looking for, a measure of
Jack
retribution
Perry,
on his own, because he just lost in a fantastic contest for the never openweight title.
He's going to be more Brian Pillman than Brian Pillman Jr. is.
He's going to think he wants to get back in the winning column.
Well, and Tom, you know, as a wrestler and as a fighter, when you lay out a challenge, you're kind of coming from a position of an advantage, especially when you add a stipulation to it. Jon Moxley's got to feel confident about this.
Yeah, this is right up his alley. We've seen him over the past couple years in New Japan Strong have some of the most outlandish, disgusting, brutal matches. Jun Kasai, Desperado.
It is the year of the Dragon in 2024. And the Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi, as you mentioned, Tom Lawler, no longer never openweight champion. Now reigning is Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga is not here tonight. Shingo Takagi is. Shingo Takagi is a fighter. We've been dubbing unofficially the never openweight championship as the BMF championship here in New Japan Pro Wrestling. These are the baddest men that you are going to find. Shingo Takagi has held that championship multiple times over. There's a reason I think that he has the confidence, which he does, to challenge Jon Moxley for the no DQ matchup we're about to see, knowing that it is a specialty of Jon Moxley, knowing that he'd have to beat him at his own game.
One thing I can tell you as an athlete is that if you have superior conditioning to anybody, your confidence level is through the roof. And I've seen Shingo work.
I like Wild
You've
Thing,
seen
but
him
the
in
New
matches.
Japan
This
theme
guy is
is
gas
good.
tank.
Yeah, I do like the New Japan theme a lot better.
When you can push like he can, he's got to be confident regardless of the stakes of this matchup, regardless of the fact that this is Jon Moxley's wheelhouse.
Hoorah.
Well, and that's a great point, Tom, because sometimes in situations like a no disqualification match, what it really does come down to is just surviving, just outlasting your opponent. We've got a special guest here in the officiating capacity as well, I will point out.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Shingo may be in some street fight gear here.
Oh, yeah. We got jeans. Tucked into boots. He's ready to go.
Shingo got the jeans on tonight. He ain't fucking around, Moxley.
He's got jeans under his jeans. Shingo Takagi's ready for a street fight tonight here in San Jose.
Jon Moxley has kick pads over jeans, which is also a very intimidating look, I will say.
Got red shoes officiating the match. This pay-per-view is basically saying, fuck you, WWE.
Those sounds were officially set.
Yeah.
Put 60 minutes on the clock. You might need all 60 of them. Moxley and Takagi here, no DQ.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is just two bulls going horn to horn.
This matchup
AEW saying Japan is our market.
Strikes that we've come to know out of both Moxley and Takagi, but Lawler, I gotta tell you, I gotta ask you more so, what do you think Takagi's mindset is going in, being the one laying down the challenge to Jon Moxley?
I mean, like I said, he's probably looking for something here. Naito just walked away from Wrestle Kingdom as the champion.
Right.
Hiromu, still the IWGP Junior champion.
Ooh.
And Takagi, of course, is looking to get back on top. You know, he's a former world champion himself. He's been synonymous with the Never title.
He's made it very present, very public that he wants to compete against more American talent. He's faced off against a multitude of competitors in the past, and now Jon Moxley being in his sights, it's not surprising at all. Here's what may be surprising. Shingo Takagi with the kendo sticks.
No, yeah, two kendo sticks.
Okay.
Jon Moxley.
They're about to fuck each other up, man.
Not a lot of space on the outside. Let's get this one back in the ring. Oh. Who is going to break first? Which will bend? It's going to be Shingo.
Oh.
You got to know that's not the first time Jon Moxley has dealt something out like that in the past. That could be the first time Shingo Takagi's ever feeling it.
White Russian leg sweep into the guardrail.
Oh, and into the mouth of Takagi.
Oh, it's so gross.
Gonna stretch the mouth of
I have
Shingo.
a feeling Forbidden Door is going to take place in the Tokyo Dome. That would be sweet.
So we're good. But wait a second, we got a massive chain and a garbage can lid.
Yeah, what a transition from our what felt like an unofficial no disqualification match in Kid and Kingston to now our official no DQ stipulation. All the respect to Red Shoes.
I'd like to point out here, Moxley looks to be in great shape. Looks to me like he's very lean, probably, you know, put in the work on his cardio to get ready for this match against Shingo.
And let's think about what Jon Moxley has been going through over the past few months in AEW. We just saw Eddie Kingston, who won the Continental Classic. Jon Moxley also competed in that, and that was absolutely grueling.
Yeah, Eddie beat him in the finals. But that wasn't just a one-match tournament.
No.
We're talking about multiple matches over the course of a month.
And now Takagi back in control.
Shingo ready for no DQ action, was willing to be the first competitor to bring the weaponry into the fray.
Shingo taking his belt off here, it seems. Or he's putting his belt back on.
Are you going to wake up at 3 a.m. and watch
the belt stays on.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fine. There's plenty of
If it's on a Saturday.
Which I'm glad that we came supplied for that in this no DQ match. Things that we don't traditionally find underneath the ring in a New Japan setting. Oh!
Why are there kendo sticks underneath the ring? What could
Just
those possibly be used
treat.
for?
Oh, Moxley headed out to the apron.
Oh!
Damn.
The lid of a steel trash can over the skull of Shingo Takagi is not going to fare well.
I just think at this point, Forbidden Door has been in America the first 2 times.
Jon Moxley
it's time for it to take place in Japan. Like, they need to make it fair.
Doing the death match, doing the old hardcore matchup, became synonymous with the term.
I think every 2 years we can sacrifice one event and have New Japan get their shot at it every 2 years. You know, it comes back.
We've seen Moxley over the past few years too start to
next year and the year after, and then goes right back to Japan.
I was hoping that I would see some of them here tonight, so I can use my expertise. But
oh, we got blood.
Shingo Takagi. That is a large gash on the skull of Shingo. Oh.
Tom Lawler, that's not jiu-jitsu, that is not some sort of martial arts technique that we just saw there.
I guess it's death jitsu, although I'm not entirely sure what that
It's sort of an amorphous technique. I think it's whatever you want it to be. And specifically, it's whatever Jon Moxley wants it to be. I don't question him. Oh, Shingo Takagi is gushing blood.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of much of what we've seen out of Jon Moxley in the past, but to see Shingo Takagi, the first one to be busted open. Oh, and just bringing it over to the audience here in San Jose as well.
Oh. That cut on Takagi's head just getting further split open.
Oh boy, it's gushing.
Tom, I'm sure that Shingo might regret throwing down that challenge, which he did right now.
You think that, but
got the other part of that garbage can in the ring now.
Something tells me that Shingo, he's a little crazy too. So
there's also something about when you have your own blood dripping in your face, it unlocks something within you.
Yeah, it is something very primal, I could say.
Moxley landing these shots on Shingo Takagi, then just down to that bottom rope. Trash can around the full upper body of the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Oh! That's going to throw off your equilibrium. Listen to it. Shingo Takagi has no choice.
You can see the dent.
I have a feeling Brian is going to show up at the end of Okada and Ospreay. I don't know why, but I do. I mean, not if he's going to be facing Zack Sabre Jr. soon.
Yeah, now the jagged edges being shoved into the skull of Takagi. Come on! Come on! This is inhumane, but it is the human nature for Jon Moxley.
honestly, this could be it.
Cover here.
Oh.
Man. I mean, it's been all Moxley for the latter part of this matchup.
Hold on, Tom Lawler.
Yeah.
Your time to shine.
Here, a little technicality.
What do we got here?
Well, it looks like he's gouging his eyes
never mind.
out. Oh.
Oh.
Well, there's nothing technical about this right now, Tom.
Is John Moxley okay? I mean, we've really got to ask.
This is a very deep question with layers. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, is that his eye?
Stop this.
Ah.
Oh, no.
Oh, one in his mouth. Ugh.
Moxley has that chain. He dropped it in favor of just a straight up foot to the face.
Well, now we're starting to see a bit more striking ability, Tom, out of John Moxley.
Yeah, two Anderson Silva-esque boots.
John Moxley's never going back to the Fed. Nope, never gonna happen. He's got all this freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants.
John Moxley, a present sign of a John Moxley matchup here. With Shingo immediately back up. Still fighting Shingo Takagi tonight.
Oh, Moxley connects with the first shot.
You see the blood fly off the face of Shingo.
Yeah, into the wind, into the mist. John Moxley, not nearly as damaged, not nearly as beaten as Shingo Takagi feels right now. But Takagi said he wants to challenge himself. He said he wants to prove himself against American talent. Here's your American talent in John Moxley.
Oh, man.
Lariat flattens
Shingo's got that lariat like a motherfucker.
This is where Shingo usually starts picking up the pace. Let's see if he can get moving.
Oh.
I don't think we got the call to action there from Shingo Takagi, but you know it's sure to come. The fire is here, though. We see it right now. And here's Takagi out of the corner. Full steam ahead, brings Moxley out center of the ring, up and down, high angle drop, right onto the back cover here for Shingo Takagi. No,
he is. He definitely is.
I have to point out,
he's not built for that hokey bullshit. And even with Triple H in control, WWE is still hokey. Alright, it's a little bit more or less bullshit, but it's still hokey. It's still for the children. This shit right here ain't for the children.
It's the rare match where John Moxley is not bleeding yet.
Yeah, give it time, Tom. The blood in the mouth of John Moxley from Shingo, lariat over the top. And Moxley.
Come on, Moxley.
Pep in his step. You know exactly what he's thinking right now.
He just cleared the runway. He's taking off.
Oh, watch out for Shingo.
God damn.
Steel meets a skull, and it's not in favor of the Death Jutsu Master.
Takagi has an advantage finally in this match. Oh, and about the John Moxley blood situation update.
The Rock's not going to be in the Rumble, man. There's no way.
I believe that was the first time in this match where a foreign object paid off for Shingo.
Right. And Tom, much to your point, I'm starting to wonder if Shingo's getting the feel for this no disqualification concept going forward.
Yeah, he may have finally gotten his footing. He's definitely gotten a second win. We can tell that because he went a few minutes where John Moxley was just in complete control.
Now tossing some chairs into the ring. And I mean, Tom, you can also speak to this from experience, but I can tell you that in matches like this where things are just starting to get more and more brutal, more and more painful, you hit a moment where you're like, all right, I've tolerated this. I've survived this. Let me see what I can do. I'm going to keep going. And that is exactly where John Moxley and Shingo Takagi are right now.
Moxley's busted open.
Just test
nice.
the limits
Take
of
a shot.
humanity.
Yeah, Shingo may have gotten to the point where, you know, it was just like, how much worse could it be?
Exactly.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good.
Oh. Good
Shingo
Lord.
Takagi superplex to Jon Moxley.
That was worse. No, that might have been a little bit worse. I think we hit worse. There's blood and plunder everywhere.
Yeah, that is no small amount of blood coming from the forehead of Jon Moxley now.
Elbow after elbow after elbow.
You can hear the crowd justify.
It's crazy to think about Jack Perry pulling an MJF.
Justify this is awesome chant.
And Moxley
Yeah.
immediately
MJF's
back
too injured right now to pull
to a
anything.
position which he can at least attempt to fight from. To the best of his abilities, both men busted open, bleeding. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, this didn't work too well for Gabe Kidd and Eddie Kingston earlier.
It shouldn't work well for the human anatomy.
No, Takagi, lariat, no.
Moxley says, bring it on.
And bam,
Good
German
Lord.
suplex, Takagi up. And backdrop suplex from Takagi. Moxley still in this. Something's got to give right now. Something's got to give very soon. And Death Rider. How is Takagi still standing?
At this point, it's just pure adrenaline. Keeping them in the match at all. They're both down.
Tom, what do you do in a situation like this where you've given your entire
Fucking
fight?
red shoes, man.
Everyone's down. I mean, where's the mindset at?
I think you've got to use the elements to your advantage at this point. I mean, you've thrown everything you can physically at the other guy. Maybe it's time to get a foreign object, like Jon Moxley seems to be doing right now.
They both tumbled out of the ring. Takagi has his hands on a chair, but I don't think he's satisfied with that. He's gone back underneath the ring. There's Jon Moxley as well.
There's no telling what kind of plunder is underneath that ring right now.
You know what I would try to do? I would try to put the guy through a table.
Oh, a table.
We might have some of those underneath there.
Yeah, concessions.
15 minutes of
Lots of chairs.
15 minutes.
Moxley just tossing whatever chairs they can find into the ring.
I know it's mostly work, but like
Tom, they heard you.
it's smart.
I'm a crowd pleaser. What can I say? I know these
It's
people.
definitely a work.
We might not get that far though because these two are just clobbering each other with steel chairs.
Just like we saw with the kendo sticks, except this time it is Moxley who faces the brunt of it.
Well, he caught it.
Catching
Yuck.
Joint manipulation at the hands of a steel chair from Shingo Takagi, and there's that steel chain. We knew that chain was going to come into play further in this matchup. Oh, Shingo
Knock him the fuck out.
could be thinking pumping bomber. Steel chain assist cover here for Takagi. The victory. No.
Damn. Kendo head or kendo stick straight to the dome.
Skull in half. But Takagi not done.
Thrown up to the apron.
Oh, Shingo.
He got the table.
Takagi setting up this table. Getting it exactly into position.
Yeah, perhaps too much
Shingo's
time
like, I've
here.
never used one of
Moxley's
these
sitting up
before.
now.
Well, again, this might be some of the inexperience of Shingo Takagi in this type of environment. Let
Oh,
Jon Moxley
shit.
get back up to his feet, but
Oh, no.
Moxley undid his wrist tape.
Yeah, I mean, and Moxley now that steel
no.
chain around the throat of Shingo. Steel chain around the throat of Shingo. We could be looking at a Hangman situation right here. Moxley looking to cut off the breathing ability of Shingo Takagi. This is not good for the Rampage Dragon.
I mean, it needs to be said, this is no disqualification. This is all legal. Jon Moxley can do whatever he wants.
And it is what Shingo asked for, is it not?
There's no breathing fire whenever you can't even have your throat open. And Shingo,
damn, man, Moxley just hung this motherfucker. That table is going to break before they even do anything to it.
Jon Moxley, I have in mind here. This is...
That was a good one, Walker. The fire-breathing one.
Oh, no. Moxley. Oh, come on. No, this might be a little too far. Jon Moxley, say your prayers.
Oh, that was hard.
Through the table.
From the heavens.
I think more precisely through the chest of Shingo Takagi. That table disintegrated.
And that was a rough landing for Jon Moxley. It was even worse for Shingo Takagi, though. I mean, we're getting Jon Moxley in his most authentic form. We always see it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It always comes down to blood. It comes down to the violence.
Mox back up on his feet. I don't know what he could possibly have in mind now. He's throwing Shingo back into the ring.
Oh my goodness.
Going for the cover. This could be it.
Oh.
Wow, he's still in this one.
Man. So do you think John's starting to get a little bit frustrated right now, knowing that this is his specialty, still has
We still got one more match, and it's going to be an hour itself. Shit.
Of the father of his charge, Shota Umino. So it seems to me as if he's flustered.
Just pacing back and forth.
Well, that's kind of how he moves around generally. But it does look like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's looking for something.
What a frustrated Jon Moxley. And again, right from the school of Tom Lawler Extreme, it is another table.
If there's one thing I've learned is that the crowds love tables more than any other object.
Well, look at the result of that last table. Again, it is in tiny little pieces. Reggie got clipped on the red shoe.
Now bringing this one back inside the ring. Moxley not looking for another pinning attempt, looking to choke the life out of Shingo Takagi once more. This is our semi-main event of the evening. Still more to come, but we can't focus on that right now with what is unfolding in front of us. Jon Moxley.
It's a table right now.
Yeah. The table is unfolding. Jon Moxley, man. I mean, again, his most raw, his most elemental. This is Jon Moxley paradise right now.
Got that table set up exactly where he wants it to be.
I might have disinfected it before I licked it, but that's why he's Jon Moxley.
Oh.
What could be? Moxley obviously has something in mind here, but as smart as this man is, I don't know how well this was thought through.
Got the arms, butterfly.
He's going to be thinking Death Rider from the top.
This is just desperation on the part of Shingo at this point. He got caught with another.
Oh, he got misted.
Oh, the mist in the eyes from Shingo Takagi.
Moxley is trapped on the top turnbuckle. He can't see.
Shingo Claudio is one of my dream matches.
Takagi.
Moxley is an interview said.
Oh no.
Well, he's getting a dream match tonight. Shingo's about to put him through a
Oh,
table.
No.
Oh!
Driving Moxley through the table.
Holy shit.
That has to be it.
BCC and Marina Shafir will be in New Japan 2024.
If Takagi can make the
I can see
cover,
Marina
he's
there.
won this match.
I can see her and Ronda show up.
Is trying to get away.
And how is Moxley still standing, still breathing, still fighting? Shingo
It's
off
over.
the rope.
Bam!
Big bomber.
Yo, he just planted Moxley. That was sick.
After that pumping bomber.
He still wants to get back up. He still wants to do it again. Oh, sheer rate drop cover here.
Wow. Mox is still in it. I meant to say.
A mix of blood and mist in the eyes of Jon Moxley, and still he continues
no
to
doubt.
fight.
No doubt.
Moxley staggers back up to his feet. He had his fists up for a second. I still think he can't see.
Planted
on the chair.
Made in Japan. Cover.
Dude, holy
out.
fucking shit.
Moxley still moving.
How?
I mean, we asked about 5 minutes ago what these guys have to do to put each other away. We're still here asking that question now. And I got no answers, I'll tell you that much. What's going to take to end this match?
Hopefully whatever Shingo has in mind here.
Moxley.
Desperation Derridge
to free
is my name.
himself.
Yeah, Shingo was
It's
thinking
Derek,
less of the dragon
but
there,
with
but it's not going to happen
an
at the
H,
hands of
not a
Jon
K.
Moxley.
So Derridge.
Ugh.
All right, brother. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here.
Whoa.
You can hear those shots from here.
I still don't understand how Jon Moxley continues to fight.
Yeah, first time
continues
chat.
to
Thank you,
move. An
brother, for being
unbeatable
here.
man is Jon Moxley. And here's Shingo.
Oh, dude, Jon has a nice cutter. Such a beautiful cutter.
Moxley takes off.
Curb stomp.
Damn, that
Jon
curb stomp was
Moxley.
insane.
Death Rider cover here.
Holy fuck.
1, 2. No.
Neither one of these men will go down.
What on God's green earth is it gonna take?
For real, man. What is it gonna take for these guys? Holy hell. What a battle of the belts tonight. Doing good. My favorite wrestler is Claudio Castagnoli.
Listen to the people
Thing I
tonight
want
in
to see
San
is Claudio
Jose.
the G1, Claudio versus Minoru Suzuki. I think we can see it this year.
Absolutely incredible. This is one that people are not going to
I
be
can
forgetting
definitely see
about.
the BCC going into that G1.
Already.
These two just may fight forever here.
Maybe not Brian, just because they made him his own, just because he's going to start winding down his career. But I can definitely see Moxley, Claudio, even Yuta.
Moxley trying to cinch on the choke.
I think I just heard a 25-minute call from our ring announcer here tonight. Over 25 minutes of in-ring competition.
Come on, Moxley.
He's got that choke
him out.
locked in. You can see he's got that left hand behind the head of Shingo.
Official right there. But oh, look at the face of Shingo Takagi.
Switch to a Dan Severn style grip on the choke.
Oh. That's that game face of Shingo Takagi. It's
he's able
seeing
to
the
reposition his body.
switch. Could we see? No. Oh, God. Choking.
Holy
Drop
shit,
down.
dude.
Here we go. Moxley cover.
Ow!
Shingo out at 1.
Moxley beside himself.
Shingo's right is
Holy
but that is
shit,
changed
dude.
At the hands of Mox.
Oh, BBC was well represented in the Continental Classic. Yes, they were.
No.
Oh my goodness, that's gotta be it, man. Dude, Shingo is a badass. He's taken a lot in this match. Damn.
Is over.
That was crazy. Good night. Happy I could stop by tonight. Enjoy Battle of the Valley. Have a great weekend. I think Shingo wins and Claudio has a video message. Nah, Shingo just lost, brother. Sorry to spoil that for you. But yeah, it's about to start snowing here, man. After this Will Ospreay Okada match, I'm gonna call it a night and watch some scrubs. But I appreciate you being here, conversating. You take it easy and have yourself a great, safe weekend.
There's not one person.
That was a good
besides the
fucking
three of us
match. Fruckin'. Yeah, I said
down right
fruckin'.
now. Everybody up on their feet.
And we are tethered to the commentary table. We are mentally standing right now. That was unbelievable.
That was intense.
Incredible victory from Jon Moxley.
still fired up.
That was crazy. Yo, all the respect to Shingo.
Laid down the challenge. It was Jon Moxley who made it no disqualification, and Moxley knew exactly what he was doing.
There's the thrill of the win that keeps Jon Moxley moving forward, but Shingo Takagi, you gotta give it up. You say you want to challenge some of the top American talent in professional wrestling, in our sport today. You just faced off against a record time AEW World Champion, and you took him to the limit.
Yeah, Shingo made sure to badmouth poor Trent on the way to this matchup, asking for bigger stars from the U.S. scene. And he got perhaps the biggest right now.
Went toe-to-toe, blow for blow. But yeah, it is Jon Moxley standing tall.
Jon Moxley has often been referred to as a god in Japan, but he is nothing short of such in the United States as well. Fantastic win for Jon Moxley here at Battle in the Valley, and
I think he's calling for the microphone.
Yeah, looks like we're going to hear from him.
That was my fault. I didn't press the button. Hey, from the smell of the air here in the valley, the taste of the blood and the sweat on my lips, I know, finally right now, it's time. In the year of 2024, I only got one name in all of professional wrestling on my mind. Naito!
What?
All right.
The time has come.
Moxley versus Naito.
If you want to send a message, message is received.
Hell yeah.
Jon Moxley lays out the challenge to Tetsuya Naito in Veda. Tom, this is an absolute challenge. I mean, an intense idea. Very, very. I mean, we're talking about Tetsuya Naito, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. It does not get bigger than this in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Moxley said it himself. That's the one match he wants in 2024. And with the challenge laid out, Moxley, that man of few words, he's already headed out of the arena. I guess he said what he needs to say, and it's going to have to wait to hear a response, but that would be huge. That is huge.
Well, folks, coming up next, it's happening. Main event, Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. But we're going to talk about it for a minute. You know, Tom, this main event that we're about to get into, Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada, these two men, their careers have been linked throughout one another. It was Okada that brought Will Ospreay into New Japan Pro Wrestling, into Chaos. You know it's going to be...
Okay, is it main event time yet, guys?
Yeah, Ospreay, of course, recruited
because I'm so
by
goddamn
Okada,
tired.
who saw him on the British independent scene, brought him over as a junior heavyweight as part of Chaos, and now Will Ospreay's obviously blossomed into one of the top international professional wrestling stars. And you've got to be thinking that coming into this match, he's got a heavy heart. He has to try to defeat the man that brought him over, and I mean, there's a lot going on with Will Ospreay right now.
Right, a lot definitely on the mind. We have a lot to look forward to coming up in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, we're getting word here that we talked about this. What are we gonna? We're gonna find out. Wait, this is official.
Wait,
hold on. It's official. Windy City Riot.
There it is, bottom left of your screen. Mustafa Ali will be taking on Hiromu Takahashi.
Yeah, we just might have to review the Windy City Riot. They're going to be in Chicago, so same time zone.
Oh, but I think that's not all. No way.
And then if we get Naito versus Moxley.
John Moxley laid out the challenge, and it is official for Windy City Riot. Tetsuya Naito, John Moxley, Friday, April 12th. In Chicago, Illinois.
The biggest New Japan Strong event to ever take place in the entire world. It's only fitting for the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion to be in attendance, and no bigger matchup that I can think of for that night. But it's coming up right now, folks. We're getting set for it as cleanup ensues. Kazuchika Okada, Will Ospreay, main event, and it's happening next.
Thank you for bringing me into guys. Thank you for bringing me into Tokyo.
Dude, Ospreay was so small back then. Claudio's promo after Okada injured Danielson and fractured his orbital bone. He mentioned this in his video. That's the way I can post the link. Yeah, if you got the link, go ahead and post it. I'm cool with it. What the heck? I don't know why. I'll tell you what, go ahead and... I'm not sure how to change the setting right now, but if you want to join Discord and post the link in the Wrestling Talk area, it's just my own personal group, you can join it up. No more going live and whatnot. Post links. It's the House of Sin Discord right there, brother, if you want to join it.
And I noticed on the poster that Okada is on that poster.
Yeah, post that link there. For some reason, it's not even letting me post right now.
Put this challenge out right here, right now, in front of you all. That I want to face Okada in San Jose.
Who will be the winner in San Jose?
Twitch is being weird right now. Hold on. It's right there, brother. So what, Okada has like 6 wins to Ospreay's 3? Is that what I saw?
Question has been posed in the past. What happens when you take the greatest British professional wrestler in the game today and have him face off against a man who is synonymous with the country of Japan itself? We see that tonight as we have seen it before. But the stakes are different for this bout between Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada. Veda Scott, I know you have a lot to say about Kazuchika Okada heading into this one.
As we saw in the recap, in the history between Ospreay and Okada leading into this match, it's been Okada on top so many times. Not just against Will Ospreay, but as you said, that's just been the story of Okada in New Japan. But yeah, the stakes are even higher because we know that Will Ospreay He's officially all elite. We know that he's going to be ending his full-time tenure. He's going to be ending his full-time tenure with New Japan Pro Wrestling on February 11th. No matter what, that cage match, that's it. Which means that he really has one last opportunity to finally secure an untainted, unquestionable singles victory over Okada, and Okada knows it. He knows how much this win would mean to Will Ospreay. He's going to do whatever he can to keep him from getting it. As we saw in that recap, Ospreay does have those 2 victories over Okada. The first,
New Japan,
tainted,
TJ,
straight up.
or TP.
It was what led to Will Ospreay turning on Okada. That second victory, it was very important to Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I think
it was in a
he's got
tournament
what?
setting.
One more
It's not
month
quite
left?
the same thing as a main event here.
Maybe Claudio
This is
shows
it.
up
This
after
is the moment
match.
for Will Ospreay.
And that's
Watch
why
the
it's very
videos
heavy on the mind of Ospreay, because as we mentioned previously, the match with Okada at a Rev Pro event in October.
Are you talking about a collision?
Led to the beginning of Will Ospreay's New Japan
Was it on
Pro
Collision or was it
Wrestling
on
tenure,
Dynamite?
March 3rd, 2016, when Okada recruited Ospreay personally into Chaos. Ever since then, we have seen the exponential growth of one of the most talented professional wrestlers in the entire world.
Yeah, Claudio was coming for him.
Chaos, but knew that
If
one
it's not
day
at the
he would have
G1,
to
it's
put
going to be
that
at
patented hidden blade into the backs
possibly a
of the
Forbidden
Chaos
Door.
Brethren, believing there was a
Yeah, Claudio, man, with the suit, he's a fucking, he's a top dog.
Ospreay went on to form United Empire, reign as IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, US UK Champion, and multiple other championships. But as you mentioned, Beta, it's finally been announced. Last NJPW match under contract full-time with New Japan Pro Wrestling takes place February 11th. On the road to Ospreay's full-time send-off, there's only one match fitting of taking place for the first time ever here in the United States. It is tonight's main event. It is Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada for what could be the final time.
This was filmed right after the Dynamite tag match, yeah. Are you talking about the actual audio? One second.
Tom, you've been in these situations.
Shit.
Broken orbital bone from either an orange punch or a rainmaker. Which one we don't know. And honestly, which one I don't care. Because I'm gonna make both of you pay for what you've done to my friend.
To my friend.
Okada, be it in the United States or Japan.
It'll happen in Japan.
I am coming for you. I will find you, and I will make you pay.
Alright, it's match time.
In terms of residency, in terms of his competition, his competitive status, but it's also Ospreay, who knows that he no longer can afford to lose on American soil because of this newfound status with AEW.
It is electric here in San Jose. There's been no physical contact
could
yet.
Be possibly the last time we get this match for a while.
There's a lot of layers, a lot of context, subtext to talk about when it comes to Okada and Ospreay. But the last time that these two men faced off who's in the G1 Climax, where
This guy went and
Will
got
Ospreay would be the one to
a
pick up the
Assassin's
victory.
Creed tattoo. That's pretty sweet. This match feels emotional because Okada brings Ospreay in. Yeah, he did.
Into a
I think it's
lockup.
going to happen in Japan, maybe at an upcoming pay-per-view.
Off here,
Yeah.
Tom, you know that Ospreay, for beginning of his match, is going to try to take it technical from the get-go. However, reality is Ospreay always ends up tuning it up to that other level, especially when in the ring with competitors like Okada.
Yeah, everybody loves to highlight the explosiveness, the high-flying abilities of Will Ospreay, but this guy can straight up wrestle. We've seen it with Zack Sabre Jr. We've seen it with.
I didn't watch Dominion last year.
You know, when we're talking about that
I
technicality,
didn't know Claudio was
Okada,
supposed to
who
go.
recently competed against Bryan Danielson at Wrestle Kingdom.
Like I said, I think
18,
this year
and
BCC
of course, the technicality was,
will be heavily featured in New
challenged
Japan.
there for Okada. You know, that left
Also, I
arm
think
thrust,
Eddie
we feel it a
Kingston
little
will join them
damage
at some point.
from the hands of Bryan Danielson going into this matchup. Not entirely 100% as Okada.
We should probably talk about that, though, going into this matchup and Wrestle Kingdom and how Wrestle Kingdom turned out for Will Ospreay versus Okada. I mean, Okada came out of that looking great. Will Ospreay, not victorious, and he laid out this challenge initially to Okada.
I tell you what, though, I would
pre-Wrestle
like to see
Kingdom.
Claudio as an
The
international
mentality
champion.
has changed. The stakes have changed a lot.
He said that if he would have gone on to win the Global Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 18, he would have put it on the line here tonight against Kazuchika Okada. But that is not the place that we find ourselves in.
Oh, set back to the ropes.
Yeah, Forbidden Door might happen in Japan next year, or this year.
Red Shoes nicely asking them to break. Okada extending his chin.
Oh! You know, there are very few that know Ospreay the way that Okada does. I mean,
Was
Okada's
Okada
been
at
there
All
since
In last year? I can't
Ospreay
remember.
was a youngin, so to speak. Since
Yeah, here at
he's
30
been
minutes
able to
before his
develop over
match,
time.
it
We've
was
watched Will
Claudio,
Ospreay grow
Umino,
up here in
and
New
Moxley
Japan
versus
Pro Wrestling.
Okada.
That's what makes this matchup so
Tanahashi
special
and Ishii,
for Ospreay and Okada
and
alike.
another openweight six-man tag team championships. Yeah, see, I don't even remember that happening.
Ospreay was the
I'm sorry.
first to flinch, and now Okada cinching on that headlock. Whoa.
And
Wow.
Ospreay right back to his feet. We're sold out for this main event here tonight. 2,147 in attendance here at the San Jose Civic. And all here to watch this fantastic main event. Ospreay Hurricane Rod. Lawler, I saw you over there shaking your head. I'm sure you're in awe of the action that you know we're about to see. The athleticism Ospreay has is off the charts.
Every time I see it, you think by now I would be able to understand what I'm watching, but I am
forgot to mention,
blown
I also
away
want to.
every time I see Will
I want the
Ospreay
Kings
in
of
that
Wrestling to return.
And we have
Claudio
seen
and Chris
just
Hero, hell
evolution
yeah.
of Will Ospreay.
That would be
We
sweet.
mentioned as he came into New Japan as a junior heavyweight. Since then, he's put on the sides. He's become a heavyweight. He's changed his
I think
style.
Chris Hero
He's
is already a
adapted.
part
He's become
of
even more and more dangerous.
AEW.
What I find
It's just like
interesting about
backstage
that
and whatnot.
style, Veda, is you
But I
almost
think at
hear
some point we
people
can see it happen.
refer to a certain style professional wrestlers like to work in as that Ospreay style. A real innovative athlete Ospreay has been ever since his debut in New Japan Pro Wrestling and going forward. It's Ospreay. Not a cheap imitation. It is a man who can do things that no one else in the world can, even if they tried and trained for it their entire lives.
Yeah, Hero's backstage.
And Ospreay sends Okada over the top.
We've seen a number of moments just in these opening minutes of the match where these two know each other so well, able to predict what the other
Watched
is going to do.
AEW
Now
Unrestricted
Ospreay
with Chris Hero,
clears
and
the
he
runway.
actually talked
Here we
about Claudio.
go. Could we see
they both
Clutch
met.
on Okada out of the way? DDT.
Yeah, I
on
remember
the
those
outside
guys way back
signature
in the day in Evolve.
5 minutes.
Johnny Gargano, fucking
Just
Ricochet,
that,
like all those
witness
dudes back
witness
then.
That Okada is capable of changing the momentum. The pendulum swings in his favor.
Tom Lawler, your strategy when you're in a match with someone you know so well. What do you do? Like, do you try to come up with something new or just counter what you already know they're going to do?
I think that they're going to have to break something out, some sort of different technique, a different counter to a technique that we've already seen out of them in order to get the win. They've wrestled nearly 10 times. there's plenty of tape for them to study on each other. You've got to imagine that it's going to have to be something that they haven't seen before that's going to allow the other one to get the advantage.
How long have we been going for?
Oh, Ospreay.
3.5 hours ain't bad.
Okada, big uppercut.
1, 2, 3.
It's just we went 2 hours for fucking Collision, so I've been going almost 5.5 hours. Is that Tom Lawler commentary? Claudio versus Tom Lawler? Or Claudio versus Timothy Thatcher? I'd like to see Timothy Thatcher versus Claudio.
And take the count out, but I don't know if that's necessarily the route that he wants to go. If nothing else, this is a moment to take a break, to start to recover, to make sure that you're in the best advantageous position if your opponent can get back into the ring.
9, 10.
Ospreay manages to make it back in. Okada off the ropes, drop kick right to the eye. Look at the eye.
1 second.
The left side of the skull of Ospreay in pain.
Oh, and that pinfall, just 1 foot on the chest.
You know Ospreay took offense to that. It was Ospreay who stabbed Chaos in the back at one point to form United Empire because he was afraid of being seen as Okada's young boy for the rest of his career. Ospreay did that. It was the best decision of his career that he's ever made.
Still a fairly divided room here at Battle in the Valley.
If they're seeing Thatcher versus Chris Hero at West Coast Pro Wrestling, I want to see
denying
that
the
match.
atmosphere is unreal.
Yeah, Thatcher's a great fucking wrestler.
San Jose Civic right now.
Oh, wait a second. That tide is turning a little bit. It is anti-Okada, pro-Ospreay.
You know, it's only going to take a matter of moments for that to switch back in the other direction, Beta. Okada, one of the most intimidating competitors you'll find in New Japan Pro Wrestling. His legacy precedes him, but it's a legacy Ospreay is all too familiar with.
Oh! And this is trademark Okada. He slows down the pace until he's ready to explode. It's his match. He wrestles it exactly as he wants to.
This may be New Japan strong.
Whoa, wait a
New
second.
Japan ring. Okada knows this is his house. Will Ospreay knows
I
that
do
he's
want to
heading
see
out the back
Claudio
door.
send a video
Coming in
message and
February,
challenge
however,
anyone from Japan,
it is
just
also
like
Ospreay
Danielson.
who knows he cannot afford another loss to Okada.
Okada might have slowed things down there a little bit too much. He wasn't ready for Will Ospreay's quick turnaround with that suplex.
Yeah, I can see Claudio and Okada this year.
And here's Ospreay off the ropes, backhand spring into the kick. Tom, how do you even execute a maneuver like that?
I don't know at what point you decide you're going to even try it.
Oh,
this
Ospreay
time connects.
There it is, launch to the outside. No, just the precision that Will Ospreay's maneuvers require is off the charts. It's another level.
To be able to land a shin to the face of your opponent as you're flying through the air upside down.
Good night. Thanks for saying my name right. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you, brother. Take it easy.
When it comes to in-ring competition, how we rarely, if ever, see any errors in this eclectic style that he chooses to wrestle in, putting his body on the line the way that he does. Here's Will Ospreay. Brought down that forearm.
Ospreay with that phenomenal
from the
forearm.
springboard cover here onto Okada, and it's a kick out.
You don't see many unforced errors out of Will Ospreay.
But the face of Will Ospreay, it's starting to show a little pain, and he's holding the small of his back, and we're still in relatively shallow waters for a match like this. Ospreay maybe just trying to end this right now. Oh.
Repeated kicks to the skull. And bam! Chop right across the chest. These two men have big matches coming up for the New Beginning Tours. Ospreay in a 10-man cage. Okada puts the 6-man tag titles on the line against TMDK.
Okada was looking for the drop kick there.
Now their eyes only focused on one another. Okada manages to create that separation. Ospreay with a chop to the chest, off the ropes, pop up, and down. Ospreay goes face first into the mat.
See if Okada can capitalize. He's still down as well.
Ospreay holding onto his torso, was absolutely planted as now Okada slowly sits up.
Nice.
Ospreay holding his neck as Okada goes for the cover.
Looking for it. Nope.
Oh, hold on.
He's got the money clip locked in.
Ospreay trying to just pull Okada's forearm away from his neck.
Making it hard to breathe for Will Ospreay. Kazuchika Okada has utilized this move to great success in the past.
Ospreay, I thought he was fading, but now he seems to be slowly recovering and forcing Okada into the corner, forcing a break. Wait, Okada's right there.
Here's Okada now off the ropes. And Will Ospreay back on his feet. Enziguri, you talk about the precision. It's showing in spades right now from the aerial assassin. Ospreay now thinking powerbomb. Okada on his feet now. And Okada high angle. Ospreay once again. It's still so impressive. And Okada was thinking that picture perfect drop kick, standing shooting star into the knees of Okada. Bam, there's the drop kick, lands flush.
There was
kind of hate Dave Meltzer reporting because Okada is in the ads for summer G1, but you're telling me he isn't re-signed.
Okada has finally done it now, up on the shoulders.
Taking tombstone, not happening though, and Ospreay with that hook kick. You know, it's the style that Ospreay's developed. Much of that style was developed under Kazuchika Okada's leadership in Chaos. If anyone's going to know how to counter it, it's going to be Okada. Here it is. Oscutter! Cover here, Will Ospreay. No! The Oscutter at this point, the juncture could not put Kazuchika Okada away, but you hear the people tonight in San Jose. This is already a hot one.
Okada gets planted. Ospreay, he's headed up top.
Yeah, leap of faith it looks like.
We'll be seeing it. Ospreay, no. Back on his feet is Ospreay, and shotgun drop kick out of Okada is going to flatten Ospreay for the time being.
A leap of faith of sorts out of Okada there to hit that drop kick.
Yeah, it looked like Ospreay had just managed to save himself as Okada got out of the way, but no. Firing back with that drop kick once again. These two have each other. It's beyond scouted at this point. It's like they're in each other's minds. Ospreay rolled onto the apron, and wait a second.
15 minutes.
Okada following him. You can still see that there is still some blood on the apron from our no DQ match.
15 minutes have passed in this contest so far. There are only... Oh, tombstone pile driver on the outside.
He's already been hit with 2 DDTs on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, you know as well as anyone that padding, it may exist, but it's not nearly as thick as a lot of people might presume.
Yeah, no, it's not helping out Will Ospreay's neck whatsoever there.
Meanwhile, though, Okada, after delivering that tombstone, just collapsed onto the floor. I mean, exhaustion has already set in. Now with a handful of hair.
Veda, to your point, conversely, there are very few men in New Japan Pro Wrestling that have managed to be able to adapt to this long-form style of matchup, that have managed to hang the way that Kazuchika Okada has in his career. He's made a living off of it. Multiple-time heavyweight champion, but Ospreay is all too familiar with that as well.
Now Okada planting Ospreay and headed up top.
And Okada, elbow drop right to the heart of Will Ospreay. And I think it's time for a view of the San Jose Civic sold out tonight for this main event.
Ospreay dragged to his feet and into position.
Thinking Rainmaker. Ospreay felt it as soon as the wrist clutch took place. Ospreay immediately started going for these shots.
I mean, Ospreay has fallen time and again to Okada's Rainmaker. Oh.
A who's who of wrestling has fallen to that Rainmaker. One of the most devastating moves we've ever seen. Why, Red Shoes? Why?
Okada trying to keep it together here.
Will Ospreay's fired up by this.
Okada was looking to take Ospreay back to 2015. Ospreay not gonna have it.
It's a different man, Veda. He's a different man, and he's gonna show it tonight. Middle rope. Oz. No. Rain.
Damn.
Cover here, Ospreay. No.
That Rainmaker into the Spanish Fly was fucking
what a
phenomenal.
Counter. That's the sort of counter that's going to have to come out of one of these men in order to win the match.
It's a moment like that that is going to make or break you as a competitor. Okada's not a man used to being broken, but Ospreay managed to do it just enough in their last encounter. No, thinking Rainmaker.
Whoa.
Gonna flip over. Here's Ospreay now. Oh, could he be thinking Styles Clash? Okada's built this before. Styles Clash from Will Ospreay. Cover here for Ospreay. No. I am on the edge of my seat. Will Ospreay still not managing to put Kazuchika Okada down, but Tom, he has come very, very close.
He's got to be looking to hit that Rainmaker at some point.
Let's keep in mind the two times that Will Ospreay has defeated Okada.
I know Undertaker somewhat crying Okada is using the Tombstone as a normal.
If he can hit that again,
maybe.
I think he's going to get that third victory. But it's just a matter of loading it up and unleashing it.
Well, you know, the first time that Will Ospreay managed to defeat Kazuchika Okada was interference. The last time, it was pure talent, pure power, pure ability. It's Ospreay who has the most recent one-up, and I think that's the one that's more freshly on the mind for Okada.
Oh.
Ospreay certainly doesn't need to rely on cheating or any cheap tricks to win the matches.
Neither does Ospreay, though. Rain, no. Oh, Ospreay thought Rainmaker of his own. Backslide, and Ospreay's out. Stormbreaker from Okada. 1, 2, no. Okada thought that would be it, but this could be Rainmaker. Cover here, Okada.
Oh!
Nice.
Will Ospreay kicked out of the Rainmaker.
Look in the shock of the eyes of Kazuchika Okada. He thought this one was sealed and done. Signed, sent, delivered. But still, this matchup rolls on.
Will Ospreay is still collapsed in a heap. Okada, he put everything into that Rainmaker. He's still asking, he's still questioning the count. It is that level of disbelief.
Well, you can count on one hand the amount of people who've kicked out of that Rainmaker.
Right.
So.
I mean, this is not the same Will Ospreay that Kazuchika Okada faced off against at Rev Pro, and I think that in the back of Okada's mind, he knows that.
Gosh, you guys, this is a punishment.
That's
Try not to fall asleep over
Okay.
here. This match is great,
for
but
Okada to want to
I'm
resort
spent
back to
for
those
5
days.
fucking hours now watching wrestling.
Days where he was at, some might consider his peak, with the utmost of success.
Now dragging Ospreay back up to his feet.
And the battle lines have definitely been drawn here in San Jose. The wrist clutch was thinking Rainmaker. Will Ospreay felt it and scouted it out.
Oh, dropping to the back of the head.
Okada.
Damn.
Got down power bomb. That was a last-ditch effort. That was a desperation move from Ospreay.
Looked like Okada was going for that drop kick, trying to land it for the 3rd time.
Well, they say, Tom, 3rd time's always a charm, but
For Will.
yeah,
Caught that Liger bomb on it midair. Unbelievable.
beautiful.
With Okada laid out, Ospreay finally has that separation. He finally has that moment to recover, if recovery is even possible at this point.
Question if recovery is possible. Reality is, though, the resiliency that these two men have showcased throughout their careers. It cannot be understated.
Oh, forehead to forehead. And the mood has shifted. A minute ago, Okada was taunting everyone here at this sold-out crowd. Now, eyes only for Will Ospreay. It's like no one else exists.
He needs to stay focused. He hasn't been able to put Ospreay away. He gave it his best shot with that Rainmaker.
Oh!
And minutes later, Will's still standing here in front of him.
He's not remembering those last 2 losses. He's remembering the 5 victories. Victory's always on the mind of Okada, but it's not as close as he might think it is. Will Ospreay's charging to that next level. Okada's saying, give me your best shot.
Put his hands behind his back.
And Ospreay stands feet firm, center of the ring. Will not back down from Kazuchika Okada.
Whoa. Well, hold on. Ospreay. Oh, he's not going down. No.
Ospreay down now on his knees. Beginning to fade. But it easily could be Okada in this exact same situation right now. Just different missteps at different times, but the wrist clutch for Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, Ospreay exploding.
There it is. Okada-esque. It is Will Ospreay who's going to be thinking, Rainmaker, no. And there's that drop kick.
One more time.
Rainmaker. Cover here for Ospreay.
Oh!
Wow.
Will Ospreay attempting to deliver the ultimate insult to defeat Okada with the Rainmaker, and it still wasn't enough.
Looks like he's going for the Stormbreaker.
Yeah, Ospreay has it in mind, but it's not going to happen right now. Okada sitting into it. Oh, this could be a victory right here. No.
2.9, and Ospreay throws the kick. Okada ducks.
Oh, we've seen this before from Ospreay. Could he be Stormbreaker?
That'll be it.
Victory on the horizon. Oh!
Holy fuck, man.
Twice Will Ospreay has defeated Okada with the Stormbreaker. Twice.
The sun has not set in Okada's chances here. Thought the victory was on the horizon, but Will Ospreay's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
I mean, the Stormbreaker's done the job in the past, but maybe it'll take 2, or maybe it'll take 3. Maybe it'll take something we've never seen out of Will Ospreay before to pick up the victory over a former mentor.
We haven't seen, looks
like unsheathing a hidden blade. I don't know if Okada even realizes where he is right now.
Nothing hidden about this. Oh! Ospreay immediately back in a fighting position. Okada! Floating down. Hard impact, hard landing. Okada's looking for it, thinking Rainmaker. And still that wrist clutch applied.
There's no way Ospreay survives another Rainmaker. He's doing whatever he can.
Okada looking for the third one here. Could we see it? Oh, and Ospreay falling directly into the lap, into the arms of Okada. This is just a lie in wait situation for Okada right now. Oh, Okada drops Ospreay down.
Once again, pulling Ospreay into position.
Stinking Rainmaker wants it center of the
Damn,
ring.
no way that's it.
Rainmaker cover here for Okada.
Okada beats Will again. Damn.
All the respect in the world goes to the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. We know and we knew for the longest time that anywhere Will Ospreay would end up, he would become a champion. He would be a world beater.
Man, Okada should have put him over.
He could not beat the world's best in Kazuchika
He really should have put
Okada
him
tonight
over.
in our main event.
What a fight between two of the
You could tell Will's a little disappointed.
best professional wrestlers on this planet.
Fucking heartbroken.
Will Ospreay, he gave it his all.
And that's why he's going to AEW, because he will never be better than Okada.
And it wasn't enough tonight.
Damn.
This may be the end of a chapter between these two, but I can't imagine that the book is finished.
Let's keep in mind, yes, this might be the end of Ospreay versus Okada, at least for now, but it's not the end of Will Ospreay in New Japan Pro Wrestling, not yet, because Walker, as you know, February 11th, he is still heading into that cage match. And that's less than a month away, and look at the condition of Will Ospreay right now.
Well, and it's not just going to be the condition physically, but also mentally, Veda. I mean, a victory over Okada would have done great things for Will Ospreay in that department. He does not have that. The leader of United Empire is going to walk into New Beginning in Osaka a very different man than if he would have defeated Okada tonight. And that is still to come on February 11th.
Yeah, Okada definitely resigned.
United Empire versus War Dogs. And as you see right now, Okada, the way he looks
as he's resigning, I beat
again,
Will.
offers the hand. Man.
Ospreay extends his own hand. He's slowly getting pulled to his knees.
The embrace from Okada and Ospreay.
So
Really?
much emotion.
Wait
And
whoa.
Come on.
There go the War Dogs.
we talked about how Ospreay and United Empire, they still. Oh, hey!
Damn.
They attacked Okada too.
David Finlay with that shillelagh to the face of Okada.
Come on, haven't we seen enough out of Bullet Club War Dogs tonight?
Yo, did Mooney get fucking injured or
I
something?
hope so.
Well, and Will Ospreay, after that war, was barely able to even stand. He had to be helped to his feet, and now Bullet Club just swarming.
As dirty of a move as it is, it's pretty smart.
I mean, he was defenseless.
I mean, this is just senseless.
No members of United Empire out at ringside to help.
Well, Ospreay and Okada, that was one-on-one. And now, Will isn't even attempting to defend himself.
I mean, what is there for him to do?
Hey!
Here's United Empire. Here's TJ. Here's Jeff Cobb. And here comes, I can't believe my eyes, it's Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston went right for Gabe Kidd. Because as we know, that's not over either.
Those two are far from over. Oh, into the eyes, the miss from the remnants of the Oswong. TJP, Jeff Cobb, Eddie Kingston. Oh my, oh my.
I mean, I guess we aren't needing that anymore tonight. Go on, King. Oh no.
Eddie, as always, with a crazed look on his face. If I were the War Dogs, I'd probably retreat as well.
The War Dogs will act as War Dogs do. But standing with the aid of TJ, Jeff Cobb, and of course Eddie Kingston is Will Ospreay.
We build a lot. What are you talking about?
As if this cage match in Osaka wasn't going to be violent enough.
You can thank me after I wipe the floor with Bullet Club in a fucking steel cage, bruv. Finley, you and your sex slaves can keep running around all you want. We'll see you at Osaka. Oi, Eddie! Eddie! I owe you one, all right?
Oh my God. I'll have one. You need it, man. Fuck. Thanks for having my back, boys. Thank you very much for having my back. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you, Big Jeff.
Got you, baby.
Who's we? Are you talking about the Bullet Club?
On a serious note, thank you guys. It's been a real fun 8 years. It's weird. I came into New Japan when I was 22 years old, and didn't know much about myself. I found a lot about myself on the way around there. And New Japan gave me the opportunity of being a young, immature man and allowing me to make mistakes and face every single one of you guys eye to eye and grow from it. There's so many things that I could say about Okada, man. Like, Okada is literally the best wrestler ever. There's so many words that I generally would love to say to you, but I feel like I'll save it for backstage. But I cannot express the gratitude that I have to be able to perform in front of you guys for my last singles match in New Japan. This not bad for some little autistic kid from Essex, mate. I cannot believe the journey that I have had. I am so thankful and so blessed to have been able to grow up and to be able to perform under this lion mark. I'm so grateful that I have people looking out for me like the United Empire, who have been my boys since day one when we formed. And listen, this is going to be my new home from now on for the next couple of years. We're going to get to know each other very well. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it so much. Listen, this chapter is unfortunately closing and a new chapter is beginning. But before I close this book, I got one more date.
Yeah, he's emotional as fuck.
In Osaka, for the first time in front of a live crowd. We're bringing a fucking steel cage to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And listen, I've done the 30-minute singles matches. I've done the 45-minute singles matches. But believe it or not, I was a backyard wrestler when I started. I'm bringing that shit to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'll give you a fair warning. If you don't like violence, if you don't like blood, if you don't like the sound of breaking bones and tearing tendons, then maybe don't watch. But if you're a sick little fucker like I am, let's take that piss and Bullet Club and fucking bury it.
Wow. Message sent, message delivered and received from Will Ospreay. What a way to to cap off our night here in San Jose, California. We didn't just see one battle in the Valley, we saw a whole hell of a lot of them.
And what a scene to end on. As the crowd shows their appreciation for Will Ospreay, and United Empire heads into Osaka, February 11th, steel cage match.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all night. Tom, I know that you're going to be watching that event as well. You know just as well as anyone the damage that can be done inside a cage, Tom Lawler. You know that there's going to be mad damage done coming up February 11th in Osaka.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to see what the
That was a good ass pay-per-view.
twisted, demented mind
Long as fuck,
of
but it
Will
was good.
Ospreay comes up with in this game.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching it with me.
He's got
I'm
the
probably
whole
about to
thing
get
at
out of here
his
soon because
disposal.
I'm tired as fuck.
First cage match.
And it is 1 o'clock in the morning, so
In New
yeah.
Japan Pro
Good
Wrestling
fucking
that
card.
happens new beginning
But until
of
next time,
Osaka.
guys, take it
Folks,
easy.
if you have not already,
Take that
make
shit
sure
too
you
sweet.
sign up
And I'll see you guys on the next one.
NJPWworld.com.